in the description to download, and just feel free to use them.
Hello everyone and welcome back
Hi there, you.
to SNHU Esports. We are doing our second week of Valorant. My name is Kaylee, or Banjo, and I'm so excited to be your chair one for today. I'm going to be joined by Madav.
Hello, I'm a dove. That's me. I thought you were gonna continue talking, but we're back with some Valorant. We're gonna get really hype into it. Who we versing up against today?
So today we are going to be seeing SNHU Yellow actually against Brooklyn College. I'm super excited. I have yet to see Brooklyn College or even Yellow in action, so I cannot wait for this game. I think it's going to be so much fun. Do you want to know the map lineup?
Yeah, let's get into it. See what we got here.
Perfect. So it looks like first up we are going to have Ascent. This is a Brooklyn pick. They are going to be starting on attack. Next, we're going to have Haven. This is a SNHU pick, and they're going to be starting on defense with Split as the decider. We don't know yet who's going to be starting where, but I'm really excited for Ascent. I've been casting non-stop Ascent games the past few days, so I'm ready for this one.
Ascent's just an overall good map. I mean, there's nothing bad about it. I don't think they've even had to take it out of queue. It's just good. It's just good.
I'm very biased against Ascent. I love Ascent because this was like the first map that I ever learned a Sova lineup on. So yeah, I'm so excited. Let's just get straight into it because I know everyone is raring to go. All right, looks like we've got a bunch of picks already locked in. Let's look at the SNHU side. On Blitz, we have Jet. Case, we have KO. Potato, we've got Killjoy. Suka, we have Sova. And it looks like we have Sequo on Omen. On the Boston College side, we have Kira on KO, Polo Spring on Killjoy, Noodle on Omen, Twitch Tyrell 203 on Sova, and I want to say mental,
I'm just gonna say like athlete.
I want to say mental athlete, but I'm getting really thrown off by the fact that there's no A after the LT.
Athlete. Athlete.
But before we head into this game, it looks like we have a mirror matchup.
Yeah, I mean it's exactly. I mean, it's what it is gonna be. I mean, you have your Killjoy for holding down site. You're always gonna I feel like most Killjoy setups are gonna be on B just because of that alley there. You're always almost guaranteed to kill if they get a full rush out. Plus your alarm bot with vulnerability and your swarm grenades. You're just always almost guaranteed to kill there. We have the standard double initiator as well to figure out where most players are because this map is pretty big and players can rotate pretty fast. I want to say you can go through spawn and obviously through mid, and it's kind of hard to track sometimes of where they can be. And also with Sova, you can just do this thing where Suka's doing, or except with a recon bolt and just get an Odin and spray through if they're all there.
Yeah, for sure. But it does look like we've got a super aggressive play coming out of SNHU. You know, we've got that shock dart coming out already. It doesn't look like he's quite able to pick anyone up as we see that KO knife go out for a bit of information. We are looking towards a little bit of a split actually from Brooklyn College. It looks like we've got 2 stacked up on B, 3 stacked up on A. So we might be looking at a bit of a fake. It's a little bit uncertain right now as Seiko is going to take that first fight. Unfortunately not going to get out of it as Kira picks him up for that first kill. Noodle, however, is super low. He's going to have to play it really carefully, but at a 4v5, Brooklyn College currently is at a numbers advantage. Blitz gonna follow that up with that kill onto Brooklyn. Noodle, mental athlete's gonna catch Blitz out in mid, and Suga gonna try to get the trade out. Case, however, is already on that case. I'm so funny. He's gonna get mental athlete right before Suka is able to. And it looks like with all the information and utility that we have out here, SNHU, they have to play retake. They're a little bit low, so they're gonna have to be super careful with how they go. Potato, Suka, each able to find one in Case, finishing it off, fighting Twitch Tyrell for that last kill as Suka gets on that defense.
Yeah, not really to worry about HP. They're just kind of clicking heads. SNHU being able to retake from that. I think they were all in different spots, or 2 heaven and one was door there. But being able to just absolutely destroy them there. I mean, getting that first win, you're gonna get that money up, and you're gonna be able to buy these guns here. And in terms of ultimates right now, we already see that Case is already 3 away from his ultimate there. And for
I think
KO
he's
ultimate,
5 away.
Oh, sorry, 5 away. I'm sorry. I meant like 3 out of 8.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. That's what I meant to say. And did did ult points get higher for each player here?
I'm not too sure. I know that there definitely were some nerfs here and there, especially with Jet. So I'm really happy to see both Mental Athlete and Blitz still rocking that Jet as we see SNHU go into their first buy round. This is going to be really good for them if they're able to capitalize off of it. If not, their economy is going to be shattered for the bonus round. So I'm hoping they're going to be able to do it. And Blitz already going to find that first kill with Mental Athlete. I love to say it, when it comes to mirror matchups, there is only one place for a Jet on a map, and Blitz truly showed his domination. Blitz is going to go right into another confrontation, not quite getting anything out of it, but still coming out of it alive. Potato might be there to get that swing off him as Brooklyn College looks towards a full mid push.
Yeah, kind of doing a little bit of slow thing there. Twitch gonna be able to get that sheriff headshot there, and that's gonna open up the room for them. They're slowly gonna start making their way through here as they start to take more of A site.
Beautiful shot from Sequo down at doors. That's going to slow them down a little bit. Sequo going to find a second with Kira. Blitz following that straight up with another kill onto Twitch. BC Noodle going to find Blitz, but Sequo, third kill onto BC Noodle for that second round heading over to SNHU.
Yeah, BC doing pretty good there, being able to get a lot of the economy from SNHU kind of down there. I mean, though it wasn't that big of a setback here, you can see that they are not, I don't think they are able to really buy Vandals. Again, this is their bonus, but at the same time, they have a less of a chance of winning there because they don't all have Bulldogs now. But going into this matchup now, we're going to see that BC is kind of all stacked near this A area here, and good thing that Killjoy is on A, because I mean, holding a whole site by yourself, there's no other way but to do it but with a Sentinel.
Yeah, looks like we're looking for a super aggressive push, and we see all of them push up immediately. That Owl Drone's going to go out, try to get a little bit of information. SNHU is going to try to get a super fast rotate, and we see those Nano Swarm just denying them that space. That's going to deny them the entry into site, which is going to help SNHU come back, retake the site. As we see Brooklyn College actually get onto site, and Noodle is going to get that plant down. It's all up to SNHU now if they want to play retake. They've got that Silver Dart, are trying to get a little bit of information, not quite able to find anyone, and Seiko is going to try to get them some cover to hopefully come down. Mental Athlete in a really good space, but Noodle, Polespring going to find their first. Potato is going to find Kira, and Polespring gets his second. Seiko, however, stops that rant as Noodle is also able to find Seiko for that trade. In the end, Tyrell's going to follow up with Potato. That's going to give the first round, the bonus round actually, over the Boston College. Sorry, yeah. Brooklyn College.
Yeah, unfortunately not having enough guns for, or sorry, let me restart. Not having enough power in their weapons there, not being able to keep up with the damage that the Vandals bring. We're actually going to see Suka with the Odin here. I wonder if he's going to go with my recommendation with reconning and then just spraying through with the Odin, because that is is arguably the best thing about Sova, I feel like, especially on Ascent too, because the map is literally made of paper.
Yeah, I agree. There are definitely a lot of wall bangable spots, and we definitely could be seeing that, and it might actually work out in his favor as we see most of Brooklyn College actually headed towards B. It does look like we've got Killjoy in a super favorable location. If no one checks their corners, Potato might be able to find one, and he does. Beautiful kill to open that round up. Kira's going to find Seiko, but Case falls that straight up, finding Mental Athlete. Suka also going to get one with his own. Case with his second onto BC Kira. It's all up to Twitch Tyrell, and unfortunately, there's not much he can do as Case finds his third for that third round over to SNHU.
Yeah, kind of playing for picks there. They left the spike down near A lobby, or sorry, B lobby, the A main area. I'm not sure the exact word for that. But just kind of taking their time and kind of pick off SNHU, hoping that they would push out, but it just doesn't look like that worked too well in their favor. We're looking at BC's economy right now, and we're seeing that it's really not that favorable. They have one hero gun, and that's all they can really work out with.
Yeah, you know, exactly like you said, Madav. There really isn't too much they can do sometimes, and especially looking now at the hero gun situation, they're all going to have to play together as a team, and we see them going in super slowly coming up here at B main. And I'm expecting to see actually a bit more close contact play come out of them, because with their short range weapons, they're going to want to get up close and personal. And Mental Athlete's going to open that round up finding Suka. That's going to be not good for SNHU, as Potato, however, is right there to take that trade back. A little bit of a slower play, but Blitz just waiting for that, getting one. Looking like he's looking for another. Unfortunately, not quite able to find it. Potato in a very good position. Blitz is going to find another. Potato going to find Kira. It's down to a 1v4. It's all up to Noodle. Noodle's going to go straight into Blitz with a beautiful kill onto him, and Case, unfortunately, going to end his tirade right there.
Yeah, a nice share shot from their Omen there. Really getting that final ult point, I believe. It was one one before getting that. Now, I hope that this Omen will use their ultimate. As we've seen before, a lot of Omens don't really tend to use their ultimates, as they're good for repositioning, but at the same time, they can be used for information as well. And I feel like a lot of people just don't abuse that part of him, because you can literally see where enemies are going to be going to attack, or where one might be, or where a lurker might be. You can get all that information, and it could mess up their plans now knowing you've gained said information.
You know what, Madav, now that you've mentioned that, I would actually love to see that Omen ult, the From the Shadows really being popped, but we see that Null Command coming out almost instantly, just suppressing everyone from SNHU. Potato is in a really favorable spot here at Market. If anyone, walks into him, he definitely could pick up a few kills for SNHU. But it does look like Kira is actually going to get that first kill onto Seiko. Case right there to get that trade back onto Kira. It's back to a 4v4, so both teams still have equal advantage as we see the Null Command come out of Case as well.
Oh my God.
Spring fighting Blitz. Case right there to get that trade onto Polish Spring with a beautiful, beautiful flash coming out to help him get his third. Potato fighting Mental Athlete, and Noodle fighting Case before Potato just trades him out for a 5th round, heading over to SNHU as Suka takes the defuse.
Yeah, Potato now gonna have this defuse there actually. She is gonna be able to get Killjoy's ultimate there, lockdown, getting able to lock off most of the site here. I did see that both KOs used their ultimate there, being able to kind of fight up against each other. Kira used it to enter inside, and Case used it to take backside, and it just shows how well the ultimate is, because it just cancels all abilities, and you have to solely rely on gunplay there. And if your gunplay is not as good as your abilities, it's just gonna suck for you guys.
Yeah, we can really see the dominance coming out from SNHU in this map. This wasn't necessarily their pick, but they are confident on it. They feel secure, and the aggression that's coming out of it, it's just truly spectacular as we see Bladestorm being popped from Jet from Brooklyn College. So they want this super fast push onto A. It's also going to be really good for them as they look to be saving this round, so just trying to help them conserve their economy. Does look like we're looking at a bit of a catwalk push as well from Brooklyn College, in Case holding his corner, gonna get one, gonna find two! That's gonna open that round out spectacularly for SNHU, also going to just dampen their spirits.
Oh,
Blitz and Potato also able to find one each, bring it down to a 1v4. Mental Athlete, unfortunately, backed all the way in health, is unable to do anything as Case finds his 3rd and brings that flawless round home for SNHU.
Yeah, Case playing a little bit of a crouch peek there, messing up the aim of a normal area. A normal crosshair lineup, because when you're aiming up against an angle, your crosshair is up to a point where you want to get a headshot from them. But Case kind of crouching there, kind of threw up their aim a little bit and was able to get those 2 kills, and I thought that was really cool.
No, I completely agree. And kind of looking at it, we're at a 6-1 right now.
Yeah.
What do you hope to see out of Brooklyn College coming out of this timeout? I know, obviously, timeouts can be really used for breaking momentums of teams or even just reevaluating strategies, but some could even argue that too much reevaluation is where the team falls apart.
That's true. I think what BC really needs to do is use their blinds more. I feel like I've seen a lot of blinds come out from SNHU's SNHU's KO. I feel like we've seen a lot of pop flashes, a lot of areas where they were blinded, but I didn't see a lot of plays where SNHU was blinded in most gunfights. So
definitely,
I think they need to up that up a little bit. Yeah, I'd say so. I think that's a big thing.
I think I can agree. And honestly, looking at Brooklyn College, I feel like even though this is their map pick, they're looking a bit uncertain right now. It just could be the fact that the mirror composition has kind of thrown them for a loop. They're not really too sure what to do. So going back into this full buy round, well, almost full buy round from Brooklyn College, I'm really hoping that they can reevaluate their strategies and go back right into it, because 6-1, a 5-round disparity, that 5-round gap, you're definitely want to bridge that before it gets too big. And it looks like we've got a super fast tiles push actually coming out of Brooklyn College. Blitz might be in the most favorable position as he sees them, makes first contact, unfortunately unable to pick anyone up yet. We've got that owl drone coming out from Twitch as well. If Tyrell is really able to find anything with that owl drone, that's going to give him spectacular information, but it doesn't look like he's been able to pick up anyone as of yet. A lot of information trying to be gathered from both teams, and I think as you talked about, we are seeing more utility coming out of Suka. Going to find that first kill onto Twitch Tyrell. Polo Spring, however, picking up 2, finding Suka and Seiko. Case going to trade that out with Kira. It's going to be down to a 3v3. Both teams still have equal and opportunity fighting chances.
Yeah, coming out onto site here, we're going to see 3 of them here pull a spring, maybe taking a very aggressive swing. He tried to get that swarm grenade out, unfortunately could not get it right away, but BC takes most of site here, and that lockdown is going to come out there and is going to be able to lock out most of them, but a defender one comes out as well, but it does not stop Noodle. Noodle continues to push forward and will not let SNHU take that site there.
That was a beautiful redemption arc coming out of Brooklyn College. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Boston.
I think it's BU even. I don't think.
It's Boston University.
Yeah, it's not even Boston College.
But it was an absolutely incredible retake coming out of Brooklyn College right there. You know, we saw that discipline coming out of Noodle with that beautiful 3K that really guaranteed them that round. And I'm not too sure if I saw the value of having SNHU pop their lockdown right there. Sorry, not SNHU, Brooklyn College pop their lockdown, just because, you know, with Noodle kind of there at lane, being able to isolate the fight, it was so good for them. But as they're both down now, you know, we're going to see a bit more of mid-aggression coming out of Brooklyn College, and it doesn't look like SNHU was able to read that properly, as we have one currently rotating over there.
Yeah, already from the start of this round here, we're seeing a lot of mid pushes from last round as well. And we're going to see 3 of them try to push up into market here. We see Mental Athlete kind of pushing forward there, but SNHU still having most of the angles covered there. It might be a little bit of a weird take for the site.
Oh, Polo Spring's going to open that round up, finding Potato. That's not going to be very good for SNHU, as Twitch Tyrell also able to find Blitz, brings that down to a 3v5. Not looking too good for SNHU. We've got Noodle getting that plant down onto B site, and now SNHU is going to have to play it really carefully if they're going to want to retake it. That Nano Swarm is going to guarantee them a lot of market space, as Noodle makes first contact and is able to get away with his life. So definitely Brooklyn College is on the up and up. It's looking really good for them. Case, beautiful shot onto BC Noodle, as Seiko follows that up with a shot onto Twitch Tyrell. Mental Athlete, however, trading both Seiko and Suko out, and Bolo Spring right there to find Case. I think I just butchered their...
It's okay. It's okay. But already from that timeout, we're seeing that BC has won 2 rounds already by elimination there, and it seems like most of their plan is to really just kind of push up through mid. At least from these last 2 rounds, they've been more patient with their angles. They're not swinging as much, or not swinging as far out as they should be, kind of taking their time and using their abilities and movement a little bit more wisely there, kind of really locking in, I really want to say.
I think that what they really needed was that timeout, and we see them playing so much more cohesively and as a team. Oh, we've got recon balls coming out of both teams, and that is going to get super valuable information for them. Blitz going to take that first point of contact with Twitch Tyrell and comes out of it looking better, as he's able to get the first kill. That's not opening the round up just as of yet, as we do see him back off. Polo Spring, however, going to pick Potato off as well. So down to a 4v4 once again. Both teams are still super evenly matched, and Case might actually take this confrontation, but he's not quite able to measure up to Mental Athlete, who was ready for that.
Yeah, SNHU kind of getting a little bit aggressive here, especially on the defensive side, or just defensive side, kind of pushing up more than they need to, but we see that blind coming out, and Psycho going to be able to get 2 picks here, as most of them tried to get him, but it does not stop him with a 3v1 left. Noodle being the last one remaining.
We might actually see the Seiko 4K come out over here if he plays his cards really right. Oh, Noodle gonna take an unaware Suka out. His Blitz gonna try to get that confrontation one-on-one. Caught unawares, and now it's up to Noodle and Seiko. So it is Seiko's chance to get his 4K, but it's also Noodle's chance to get his 3K. So both these Omens are going to have to play the best they can.
Yeah, Seiko also having its ultimate there could be used for any information, but in terms of abilities right now, he is in the lead, as he does have 2 of his smokes, and Noodle only has his teleport here. And this is a little scary here, because Noodle is watching mid, and Seiko is kind of retaking, but it's kind of unknown on where he could be, because most people would expect that he's Bowhouse or he could be CT, but the way that he's playing is a little bit more common, I want to say.
Ooh. It does look like Seiko is going to try to get a little bit of a fake onto that diffuse, you know, have Noodle spam it and rush out. And we see Seiko with a beautiful 4K to get SNHU the 7th round. What an incredible play coming out of Seiko.
Yeah, playing super smart there, using his ability, his smoke, to make it seem like as if he was sticking it to reveal the position of where Noodle was actually playing. A really smart play by Seiko there. Gonna be able to take that round now, 7-3, stopping that 2 streak that they have there. But you never know where it could be or where it could could go, because in terms of economy right now, SNHU and VC are almost in a similar area. We see that Noodle has Light Shield, but it could be anyone's gamble here. If VC wins, SNHU is kind of like not in the best spot, and same thing vice versa.
Yeah, I think both teams definitely still do have a fighting chance, and both teams are going to want to pick this round up over here because they're not in the best positions when it comes to economy, and that comes from, you know, ping-ponging back and forth and winning rounds. Blitz, however, going to find a nice first shot onto Twitch Tyrell, really eliminating any need for a 5v5 confrontation down mid. That's going to force them to push back as we see them playing a lot slower. Sequel also going to find Kira. It's down to a 3v5 now, so not too sure how Brooklyn College is going to be able to reevaluate their strategies. They might actually be looking towards a mid to A push, but they're definitely going to have to play it a little bit slower as they walk up on Catwalk. Blitz and Case are going to be holding just this little corner down at Grass and Tree, so definitely they could be looking to get a few more picks.
Yeah, Case not playing in his normal spot there. Could be a little bit different there. We see Noodle have a little, or peek out a little bit, but there is two members of each team hoping to trade each other. If anything happens there, Case finally gonna be able to swing out. The blind comes out as well. Could not swing right away. Gonna get that one pick there, and Polo Swing and Noodle are just stuck in mid there. And they got to make their way and either choose B or A, but it looks like they're starting to lean more towards B.
Now that they're in a 2v5 situation, they really have to work together and play as a team, not to get isolated, because once they get isolated, that's how they're going to start getting picked off. Noodle and Polo Spring are both going to rush onto site, and it looks like SNHU is just waiting for them to push into them. As we see Suka take that first fight against them, unfortunately unable to pick up either as Noodle takes Suka out to even that back down to a 4v2. We've got Noodle trying to get that plant down. They've got 10 seconds left and they get it just in the nick of time. Polo Spring also going to be able to trade Case out. It's a 3v2. Brooklyn can definitely take this back, make the round theirs. Potato and Blitz, however, right there, just to deny them that. They're going to take that 8th round for SNHU and really show them the power of working together in a team.
Yeah, unfortunately for BC, they're kind of being stuck behind that box, having that what's the word? I can't think. That wall bang damage there, and unfortunately, just not gonna get that full Vandal there, because if he shot him for 4 body shots right then and there, he would have been dead, obviously. But kind of having that little box there made it a little bit more difficult to get those kills, and we will see a timeout coming out here, and I thought SNHU was doing pretty good there. Why do you think there's a timeout happening?
So I believe that this timeout coming out from SNHU actually is just to make sure that everyone's still on the right track and just to take a little bit of a breathing room. You know, we've been seeing them play some pretty aggressive, very fast-paced rounds, so I'm not too surprised that they're just going to go over and make sure that everyone's still calm, cool, and collected, especially going into that last round and a half. I feel like there's a lot of things that can change when you swap over, especially when you're doing so good, to have your momentum disrupted. So I think this could be a pretty clever call on SNHU's part if they're able to use it and really capitalize on it. If not, it definitely could be quite tricky to kind of recover from it, because you've had this first talk, and then if you talk again, you're going to be like, okay, do I listen to the first talk?
Right.
Do I listen to this most recent talk? And I'm just hoping that Brooklyn doesn't really, you know, take too much away from this as well, because obviously both teams are going to be given this time to just talk to each other and just understand a bit more on what their strategy is going to be. So Brooklyn definitely should be using this time as well, using this time wisely, trying to pick up one more round. You know, 4-8 is not as bad as 9-3 would be.
100%, but there is the 9-3 curse. So I mean, you could just sacrifice one round, you know, and just have the curse be on your side.
I guess so.
It could happen.
I really guess so. We've already got that Nulkmon coming out of Case. You know, he wants that round super quickly. It's very aggressive, and we might actually be seeing a lot more ultimates coming out of everyone.
I mean, it is last round, so you are going to see a lot of ultimates here. We're going to see them plant bomb right away and take control. We see that Sova ultimate coming out as well, trying to get as many picks. Almost a blind ultimate there, but now coming out of the smoke, Kira and Mental Athlete going to get 2 of SNHU's members. Potato and Case going to fight back, and Polo String shuts him down, and it's just a wipe, just like that.
Yeah, it's an absolute massacre down on this side, as almost everyone is able to find at least one pick. You know, that Hunter's Fury coming out at first from Suka, not quite able to find anyone, and I think that was the start of their downfall.
Yeah, I mean, they all came out. It almost seemed like it was almost like, I want to say, ultimate dumping at that point. Everybody was kind of trying to use whatever they had to just defend them off. And as Suka was using his Hunter's Fury, BC kind of just took advantage of that and went up and was able to push him off there.
Yeah, we really saw SNHU possibly just maybe it was a reevaluation of their strategies. Maybe that last round, as you said, was to get rid of that 9-3 curse. So I guess we're just gonna have to see if they're really able to take this half back. We're gonna go straight back into the first pistol round of the second half, and I'm excited to see if Brooklyn College is able to redeem themselves on this defense side.
Yeah, already starting this round off pretty slow here or I want to say slow as SNHU really starts to rotate their way around A here. We're already seeing BC being super expressive there and fighting towards Seiko, and Kira is able to get a pick off of them there.
Unfortunately, Seiko being caught with his utility out. Blitz is going to be able to get that trade onto Kira. Might be able to find Mental Athlete, and he is able to do that for that second pick. We see it down to a 4v3, so still definitely a very even playing ground. We've also got SNHU down with that bomb on the A site, so it's all up to Brooklyn College to play retake, and we see all three of them up at heaven, while everyone in SNHU is actually playing a little bit further away from where they've planted. We've got some out at main, we've got some out at door as well. So I'm really wondering if we see some, we've got a lot of utility coming in to get some information. That Owl Drone able to tag on his case gets it. Blitz actually picking up 3. Twitch Tyrell is going to get 1, but it's not enough as Suka closes that off, finding Noodle.
Yeah, really picking. I mean, it was a good retake. Or no, we're SNHU's attacking. SNHU's attacking. the colors switched, and I got really confused there. But yeah, SNHU being able to hold that bomb down worked out really well for them, because now again almost all of them have all Bulldogs here, and it seems this warms my heart. This warms my heart so much, because Bulldogs are the best gun in the game. Okay,
I don't know.
no one can tell me otherwise.
Stinger. I'm very impartial to the Stinger, I will not lie, but I'm excited to see if the Bulldog really holds up as true as you're saying, as we see Brooklyn College actually do a full mid push, going straight into Talent. It's so aggressive coming out of the Potato Case, gonna find their first kills. Post Spring gonna trade that out immediately with Potato Blitz, following that up, finding Kira. Suka is also gonna find one. It's on to Post Spring, and it's a team ace as Seiko is able to take him out for that first kill. We saw teamwork and dedication come out of both teams, and with that super aggressive push coming out of Brooklyn College, I'm not too sure why they weren't quite able to find it. So definitely maybe they just weren't able to swing off that, possibly. Why would you say that their execution just did not give them that round?
Well, I mean, they all have pistols there. I mean, when you're defending, it's kind of hard to really, again, defend, because you either play super close or kind of far away. You can't really go that far with Classics and Ghosts. So they figured, why not? Let's just get this round over with and run through and hopefully break one of their economies.
Seeing it like that, I think that is a very true statement. And now as we go into a bit of a broken bye with SNHU and full bye onto Brooklyn College, I'm really expecting to be able to take this bonus round back for their own. We are looking at a little bit more of a split actually coming out of SNHU. We've got 3 pushing up at B, but it definitely could be just a really big fake as we see the spike all the way over at A. So we might see the rest from SNHU join their team members in a second, coming through mid, really closing that off and just creating as much space and presence as they possibly can.
Yeah, it looks like they're just kind of waiting for any members of BC to kind of push up right now, kind of taking it slow. That's what SNHU likes to do. They go slow, push later in the round, and just wait for them to get impatient. That seems to be their plan for, I want to say, almost every game so far, but it looks like we're getting really close on time here as they almost start to make an execute here. Really very soon. Almost, maybe. 100%.
We're seeing a utility actually come out from KO to deny them any entry, but Blitz is going to pick up that first kill onto Kira. Mental Athlete, Twitch, both going to follow that up, fighting Case and Potato. It's down to a 3v4. SNHU is going to have to get onto side. Noodle finds Suka, and Seiko is right there to take that trade back. They have 20 seconds to plant the spike, and we see Polo Spring trying to get some utility out. It's a 2v2. Blitz finding a beautiful shot onto Polo Spring for that third kill. And the fourth kill coming out of Blitz onto Twitch Tyrell is going to guarantee SNHU that 11th round.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that was their bonus. Am I wrong? That was their bonus.
That was SNHU's bonus round. We see them in a really good space with their economy.
Yeah, as I was about to say, they were playing really well there. Now all of them having Vandals. BC does not have a lot of places to really work with, and some of them are buying up here. And this is where I'm a little bit confused, because it is 11-4 at the moment. Even if you are able to get a lot of kills with the Guardians and the Sheriffs, technically you have a lesser chance of winning because the other team has a full shield and Vandals here. So why buy when you could just save enough money for the last round? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really agree with that. And if SNHU are able to pick up this round, like you said, it is going to be a match point, and you are going to want to save that money so you're not stuck in that awkward position at match point. But I guess we'll just have to see what their strategy is. Maybe they're really looking to pick up this round and then keep all their guns for the next round as SNHU look towards a full A stack, leaving KJ to lurk at Catwalk.
Yeah, really, or KJ kind of just watching for flanks here, I want to say. Kind of just taking their time, because again, they know that they're going to be broken, so they may go for any cheeky kills here, but Blitz is going to blitz onto sight and not get a kill. I thought he was going to.
Polo Spring's actually going to open that round up. Casey's going to find one, going to find two with Twitch Tyrell. That's down to a 4v3 for SNHU. Definitely looking pretty good right now, especially as they were able to get that spike down already. Blitz going to find one with Mental Athlete, BC Kira right there to get the trade on. Seiko finding one, finding a second for that third kill onto BC Noodle, and that is match point, ladies and gentlemen, for SNHU.
Yeah, SNHU really closing the gap here, and it looks like I stand corrected. They did have enough money for this last round. I thought they didn't, but it looks like they just bobbed for next round, which is a very smart play, and I just couldn't do the math in my head for whatever reason. But gonna be evening up the odds here with the guns. It's still a solid shot here. BC unfortunately does not have any ultimates here, and SNHU being able to have that KO ultimate, Case can run in and shut down any other ability that a Killjoy may have here, and it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, with that null command coming out from Case, that's definitely going to help SNHU get onto site really quickly as we see them just use Blitz as their way onto site, get it down, get that spike down too. Polo Spring, however, stuck in Boathouse, he's going to take Case out. Gonna take Blitz out too for a second. Oh, Suka's right there to shut that down. However, the damage has been done, you know. SNHU is down to 3. Potato, however, in a favorable position, able to find Kira, Mental Athlete, right there to get that trade back. Seiko finds Twitch Tyrell. It's down to a 2v2. They've got the spike down too. It's all up to Brooklyn College for this retake. Can they get it back? You know, they're playing super slowly coming out of main. They're not going to want to get caught unawares. Oh, Noodle's going to take that confrontation with Seiko. He's not going to come out of it looking very good. It's all up to Mental Athlete in this 1v2. He's at 56 HP. Is he going to be able to do it? He's evaluating what he can do. He's going to walk straight into Seiko. Able to find one. Able to find two. And does he get that defuse down?
Yes.
I think he gets enough time.
Yeah,
I think he definitely has enough time.
100% has enough time. They're going to be able to just continue on. What's the word? I don't know a good word. But being able to strive on a couple more rounds here before SNHU may or may not close that gap there. But being stuck in that tight position there, Mental Athlete really clutching up there. Did they use their ultimate at the very end there? I think they might have, because they're at a 0-8 right now.
They might have popped their Blade Storm, but I believe that they swapped back to the Vandal to pick up those last 2 kills. I'm actually pretty sure Mental Athlete started that round off with Blade Storm and then was able to pick a gun up. And we saw just that investment, it really paid off. He was able to find those 2 kills that his team so desperately needed to push it into a 12-5. We are going to see that blind, that super aggressive play coming out of Brooklyn College is going to push SNHU into going right back into B site. So definitely having that split was favorable for SNHU as we see the Nano Swarms going out possibly into a market that might delay their push slightly as Blitz goes straight into site using all the utility he can. Oh, going to go into a confrontation with Polo Spring and come out of that in the better shape. That's down to a 4v5. Brooklyn College is now going to have to play retake as we get that spike planted down on B site.
Yeah, really finally using that Omen ultimate there, kind of rotating onto side B, making a safe push there, but Case and Potato gonna hold flank and make sure that BC doesn't get the advantage that they did last round here, and Blitz also gonna be holding this angle as well with Suka, I believe, holding market, and as soon as one of them swings out, Suka's gonna swing from that alley there and gonna be able to hopefully get a pick. The blind is gonna come out, and Potato gonna be able to finish off this round, gonna get that final kill on Kira there, and SNHU will take the win for this game.
What a beautiful, flawless 13th round coming out of SNHU. I was a little bit nervous, especially with Brooklyn College having their first pick being Ascent. So SNHU being able to pick up the map and then going straight into their map pick could be really good for them. So I'm super excited to see what their second map will be, which is going to be Haven, with SNHU starting on defense.
You're in the
We've got a little guest appearance coming up from Case, actually.
I've never been here before. So anyway, you were. You were saying? You were saying?
Yeah, so with SNHU going into Haven onto this next round, I've seen a spectacular Haven play come out of SNHU, and I'm super excited to see Brooklyn College really redeem themselves, maybe even bring it into a third map with Split. So with that, Madav, if you have nothing else to say, let's throw it to a very quick break so our players and ourselves can just get a little bit of water. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need water, popcorn, toilet break, whatever you need, we will see you very shortly. welcome back to the second game of tonight. SNHU Yellow versus Brooklyn College. For those of you that weren't here with us for the first game, we actually saw a 13-4 steamroll on Ascent in favor of SNHU.
I believe it was 13-5 actually.
13-5, sorry, that's my bad. You know, I never quite learned how to count, but I am so excited to head into this Haven map, which is actually a SNHU pick. They will be starting on defense, and I was actually so excited for this game, Madab. I fell down the stairs while running to watch it.
When? Where? Where? Really? That I did not know that. You must be really excited.
I was so excited to watch the game. You know, obviously with Brooklyn having that Ascent pick and not quite able to, you know, pick that up as their first map, I'm really excited to see if this SNHU pick is going to guarantee them that second map and, you know, just a 2-0 game, or if we're going to be seeing Split actually come out as the decider.
Yeah, I mean, it could be one of those things where, you know, your away pick may be SNHU's, you know, strong point, and then SNHU's pick could just be Brooklyn College's strong point.
Exactly.
We could that thing could come up here, but the decider on Split could be also very cool as well. But I feel like why keep talking about it? Let's just watch it. Let's just see what we're going into right now.
All right, looks like we've already got all of our locks coming in. On SNHU, we've got Blitz back on Jet. Back on Jet, right? Case on Breach. We've got Potato on Killjoy. Suka back on that Sova. And Sequo actually on Astra. In Brooklyn College, we have Kira maybe looking at that Jet again. Polo Spring on Breach. Noodle once again with the Omen. Twitch, Tyrell on Sova. And Mental Athlete this time coming out with the KJ. I'm super excited. It does look like we have a bit of a mirror matchup, but Noodle and Sequo are going to be taking on two unique agents with that Astra and that Omen coming out. I personally am very impartial to Astra on Haven, so I'm excited to see this gameplay. What do you think when you look at this lineup?
I think it, obviously it's a mirror pick here, so it's around the same thing we're gonna be seeing on Ascent there. But I think the Astra pick here is going to be super beneficial because on Ascent there are long lines, but in terms of pose plan, you have C site, B site on Haven where you can just have those long angles, and I feel like Astra does the best on that because with Omen you have his blind, which can get the diffuser off a bomb, but with Astra you have her grab, you have her stun, and you can you can fake smoke as well by taking away her star as well. So I feel like during these long lines of combat, when a defender tries to stick a plan, I think Astra is definitely the way to go in that area. Just because she has so many abilities to just get the person off a bomb, and then again with the long ranges, just being able to shoot them right away.
Yeah, I agree, especially with having 3 sites on Haven. That Celestial Divide is going to come in super useful, but also with that, you know, Noodle is going to have his From the Shadows, and that's going to really allow him to get around that map quickly if he chooses to utilize it. So I'm really hoping to see his Shadow Step come out at least once or twice.
Hopefully.
Looking at the rest of it, you know, with the mirror matchup, I'm always interested to see how 2 completely different teams play, and we are going to have Brooklyn College, you know, start once again on attack. So I'm hoping that they're going to be able to pick up a few more rounds on this attack side as compared to last maps. But, you know, just going straight into this, Madav, what are some expectations that you have?
I mean, right now, SNHU is going to be on the defense here. As we've seen SNHU play before in Haven, normally there's a no one on B, and there's either a bunch C or a bunch A. And it looks like for this round here, we're going to be seeing a lot of players on A here, possibly going for an A long and a short rush, trying to get as much information and probably maybe push the players back as much as possible. But it looks like they may not need to do that at all here as BC starts to push out near towards grass.
This is a super quick, almost looked like a garage push, but we're actually looking towards B site, and I don't think SNHU quite read that correctly. You know, we've got that Killjoy utility down to try and give them a little bit of warmth. You know, that alarm bot out there is definitely going to let SNHU know that they're on B site, but with all the noise that Brooklyn College is using and all the utility that's being swarmed out, I'm sure they know as they look towards an A rotate, and SNHU is left scrambling.
Yeah, SNHU kind of in a little tricky position here as BC was able to get site super fast. They've got control of A link and most of B. We do see that C link is also there as well, but a lot of combat is happening super fast there.
Yeah, first contact going to be made between Suka. Potato actually going to take that first kill with Noodle. Kira following that straight up on a beautiful shot onto Case, as well as Mental Athlete finding Blitz. Sequo going to get that shot onto Twitch Tyrell, and sorry. Twitch.
It's okay.
I'm
We got
choking
it.
up. Potato also able to find one with his turret. So really good for SNHU, but also for Brooklyn College. As Potato finds his third. BC Kira, however, finding 2 more beautiful kills onto both Potato and Seiko, finding that first round for Brooklyn College.
Yeah, Kira playing super well there, just waiting for the tap and then swinging that wall there. Just being able to just run out as much as they can and breach as well. Being able to stay in that little corner there, then use the stun effectively, was able to trip them up a little bit and ultimately get them that round there. But now BC is going to be the one on the buy here. And instead of Bulldogs, they're going to be buying Spectres. A lot of Spectres going to be coming out from BC here. I'm wondering where they're going to try and push, but it looks like SNHU is just going to gun it down grass.
I'm a little bit worried for SNHU, especially since Brooklyn College are gearing up towards a full C push. So it does look like SNHU actually is looking towards a full flank, which might be really funny if Brooklyn College is unable to read them quite correctly. But having that Nano Swarm down and Mental Athlete being able to get that first pick onto Case definitely is going to slow SNHU's progression. And now they're being forced to play retake as Polar Spring looks towards the plant.
Yeah, being able to push on this plant super fast here, super quick. We're going to see Noodle with that blind come out. Most of them are going to be blinded here. Polar Spring spraying down, getting Suka here, but Seiko is on site. Not able to get a kill on Noodle just yet there, but Potato being the last one remaining on 34 HP, and with the Sheriff, just not going to be able to cut it for SNHU.
That was a beautifully executed round coming out of Brooklyn College, and an unfortunate read from SNHU, you know, not quite able to get what Brooklyn College was looking to do. But obviously, we're going to look at SNHU's first buy, and they're going to want to pick up this bonus round if they don't want to save next round. So I'm hoping that they're definitely going to be able to convert at least one round into their favor. If not, we might be looking towards a very rocky economy for SNHU.
Yeah, almost something that we saw last round with BC there, but we are going to see a Hero Vandal come out from BC, so it's not going to be a terrible lineup there. If they keep picking up that Vandal and possibly trading with the Killjoy, it is very possible that they're able to just pick off SNHU one by one.
Like we talked about previously, you know, that Astra utility is going to come out really nicely with that Nova Pulse, and right now we've got Seiko. He is going to find that first kill onto Kira, and that's going to be really good for SNHU, but Polar Spring going to get that trade right back onto Seiko. Potato, Case from SNHU both able to pick one up, but Noodle unfortunately also finds Potato to even that back down into a 3v2. So looking a little bit better for SNHU right now, but Brooklyn definitely has a fighting chance as they look to get the spike down onto site.
Yeah, Killjoy not really pushing up onto Spike just yet here as Noodle starts to hold this garage area here. Blitz as well, being in super close contact there, just not knowing exactly where they are, but they're not going to push out so fast here. Maybe they might need to rotate, but Mental Athlete going to be, I want to say stunned, but I don't think he was stunned at all. But that blind is gonna be coming out there, and that's just gonna kill him right off.
Yeah, that was a beautiful wall bang actually coming out from from Blitz.
Yes.
Really able to guarantee him that kill against Noodle. So definitely what SNHU needed. And you know, with Mental Athlete not quite able to get away, you know, it was just unfortunate for Brooklyn College, but definitely something that SNHU needed, as we see those two that weren't quite able to keep their guns within that round, Seiko and Blitz. They are in a very tricky position when it comes to rebuying this round. But I'm always excited for the fourth round. You know, this is the first full buy round coming out of both teams, and I'm really hoping to see both teams really capitalize well on that as we look once again towards a C push. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like Brooklyn College really favors C site.
For so far, that's what it seems to be here, as they've been pushing up towards C almost every single round here, and they're executing out so fast already.
Oh, Potato's going to find that first kill onto BC Kira, opening that round up for SNHU as Seiko finds his second on Polar Spring. BC Noodle, however, right there for that trade, finding second with Potato. Two beautiful trades coming out of Brooklyn College, and definitely what they're looking for as they bring it back down to a 3v3. That plant down is also going to give Noodle his ult, so definitely going to help him if he needs it down the line. It's all up to SNHU now to play retake, and as they're playing, you know, a little bit closer to spawn, they're definitely going to have to wait for a little bit as Case sends his Aftershock out to allow his team a little bit of entry onto this site. We've got that Silver Dart coming out for a little bit of information, able to tag Mental Athlete, and Blitz picks that kill up really easily as Noodle and Tyrell try to come back in. Blitz finding his second, possibly finding his third with BC Noodle to give that second round over to SNHU.
And unfortunately, Noodle, they're not being able to get his shots correctly on Blitz's head there. They were able to flank all the way around from Garage there, and Blitz, just being the menace he is, being able to get 3 kills there from that retake from them. And their economy is not in the best spot anymore. BC having those full guns, like you said, both teams having that full buy there, it could be that could be really the decider of how this game's gonna go so far, really. But again, BC now only having sheriffs and only a guardian here. We're gonna be seeing that hero guardian. I'm so used to hero vandal, but the hero weapon coming out here, and it just looks like you're right again. They are really favoring C site.
That Owl Dart coming out, not quite able to tag anyone as of yet, but they know where Sequo is, and he's going to get tagged out by that drone as he tries to get back away. He is able to put a few stars down. That's definitely going to help just slow their push down a little bit, and we might be actually looking towards a rotate, or perhaps they're just making sure that no one is flanking them, but it looks like SNHU is still holding their spots really well. They're showing us the discipline that won them that first game. So I'm a little bit apprehensive as to what Brooklyn College's plan is. SNHU definitely has kind of read them a little bit, and they know now to stack more heavily towards C. So I'm wondering if Brooklyn College is actually going to reevaluate completely and just do a full rotate over to A, where the site is completely empty.
Yeah, really taking their time here. It could be something that they're trying to trip up SNHU with, maybe looking for a fake or just possibly a fake rotate there, but it looks like their loud stomping isn't really going to do what they maybe would have wanted here, as most of SNHU is already onto site here. That blind going to be coming out, getting most of them to back up there, and that Killjoy ultimate going to do lots here, pushing them back with such a low timer.
Yeah, that lockdown coming out of Killjoy is actually going to do wonders when it comes to delaying their push, as we see them 20 seconds left. They're going to have to run all the way back to B side. Mental Athlete, however, finding a nice pick onto Blitz. That's going to help them bring it down to a 5v4, and SNHU now is going to have to run back to B side as Twitch Tyrell able to pick up a kill on Suka. Potato, however, beautifully positioned in Garage, is going to find one, maybe able to find a second, but no, Mental Athlete is a menace on the Guardian. Case able to pick up one more before Spring knocks him out for that final kill, and getting that last round onto Brooklyn College.
What a turn of events here. BC having mostly sheriffs and only a guardian that round, I believe some life shield there. Being able to win that round is big for them, because they took their time and they were able to kind of hit those shots there, and SNHU, knowing that maybe got a little bit overconfident there, started peeking angles that maybe they thought that BC wouldn't hit, but unfortunately for SNHU, BC were able to hit those shots and was able to get that round. Now having a better buy than SNHU and a little bit more ultimates here, Blitz is gonna be on the aggression.
Really nice Bladestorm kill coming out of Blitz to open that round up. We don't see him playing too aggressively. He definitely pumped the brakes on that one, got one, and got safely out just to bring them down to a 4v5. Oh, we see the Aftershock, sorry, not Aftershock, we see the Rolling Thunder coming out, and Noodle and Kira both able to capitalize on that, finding Blitz and Suka. Spring also going to be able to find Case to bring that down to a 4v2. That's going to be really good for Brooklyn College as they're able to get the spike down onto A. It definitely looks like they're changing up their C plant just a little bit.
Yeah, really kind of using that Rolling Thunder kind of threw them a little off balance here. We do see Potato coming up towards Heaven here, being able to really clear it. That's all you really got to do, because with the Bulldog, though it is the best gun, it's not the best at those little bit longer ranges here, but being able to upgrade to a Vandal is all Potato really needs here. And it looks like just the way the economy is going so far and how much money that they've got, it looks like the best case in this scenario is just to play economy here, not push out, have BC take one round out of multiple, and just being able to save their guns is going to do a lot more than going in there and wasting most of them.
Yeah, I also think in a 2v4 situation, there isn't too much that you're actually guaranteed. So for SNHU, the best point of action for them would have been to save those two guns, as we now take a look at their economy and we see them forced into a very broken buy, just struggling to pick up whatever guns they can and looking towards just full buying for that next round. Brooklyn College, however, being able to pick up the last two rounds in a row, they're definitely going to be looking a lot better off, and they're in a very favorable position right now. And I just want to note, we're right back to that C push.
Right, no, again, no, you're so right. Again, back to that C push here. And SNHU is just anywhere but C.
Yeah, they're just not quite meeting the mark currently. We see them hopping up on window. We see them all the way up in garage. But is anyone actually on C at the moment? Not really. And that is going to give them the full sight. And it looks like they are starting to realize it as they clear all their corners. They dot the I's, they cross the T's, and they're getting the spike down. I'm not too sure how SNHU is going to play it right now. They definitely have to play it super quietly and kind of carefully. Oh, that turret's going to give away Blitz's position. He steps out into the open to reload, and Mental Athlete punishes him for that, taking that first pick onto him. Kira's also going to find Case, but Seiko right there to get that trade onto Kira. Polo Spring and Suka getting one, getting two on Suka. That's going to help SNHU bring it back down to a 2v2 as we see a tag onto Omen. Mental Athlete coming from behind, able to find one. Potato is going to have to do, like, face it off with Noodle, but with him being as low health as he is and now getting blinded with that Omen blind, you know, he's not in a very good position. He's running out of time. He's gonna have to choose to stick it or leave it. He chooses to stick it, and BC Noodle knows that it's his time to shine as he gets that final kill and that 5th round over to Brooklyn College.
Yeah, even with a little bit of a lesser buy there, SNHU is still being able to put up a fight and really, I guess, not destroy economies, but set back BC just a little bit there. And they really missed the Mental Athlete coming from grass there. Being able to get that little bit of a flank kind of disrupted their push out a little bit, but now BC gonna be a little bit, I want to say a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna say a lot. They're a lot bigger in terms of ultimates here as well. We do see that lockdown, the Omen ultimate, and their breach is only one away from another Rolling Thunder here, and that could be all they really need to win that round.
Really big recon ball coming out of Suka. Not quite able to pick anyone up, as Kira is actually going to find that first pick, and he's going to open that round up by closing it down to a 4v5. We also see that lockdown coming out, as you just talked about, and that's going to force SNHU away from the site, and that's really going to open it up for Brooklyn College. Seiko, we're going to take that fight with Kira, but choosing to back off, you know, that's going to help him a lot, because right now SNHU is in no position to lose yet another player.
Yeah, I was a little confused on what that lockdown was for, but it was actually for a B push there, kind of being able to be there to throw each other off. But Suka gonna be able to use that Hunter's Fury and try to get a lot of damage here. Gonna be able to try and get a lot of kills. A Potato is also gonna get 2 picks.
We are just seeing a massacre onto the B side. Potato able to find one. Mental Athlete closing it out with 2 more kills onto both Potato as well as another SNHU member. That is going to give them the 6th round over to Brooklyn College. And with that massacre onto the B side, SNHU is really going to have to reevaluate their strategies, as we see coming with this timeout from Boat, which I think is coming at a perfect time. And, you know, coming out from this, one thing that I did want to say was from last game, unfortunately, we didn't see too many Hunter's Furies coming out of Suka. So I'm hoping to see that more. We did see it in that last round, and it was pretty impactful. He was able to tag quite a few, not quite able to find any, and I'm hoping to see that Celestial Divide actually come out in a little bit. It's going to be really good for them, I think, maybe when it comes to retake, especially if you're looking towards that defuse, but you know you're shorter on numbers. So I'm hoping to see that within the next few rounds. But what else are you expecting to see?
I mean, you kind of listed everything that I was expecting to see there. But I mean, with the way things are going so far, it's almost like the picks were opposite. I want to like so far, because you know SNHU really dominated them on Ascent, and now on Haven, they're about to have a 4. They already have a 4 win streak on them already. So it's almost like it's an opposite pick here. But in terms of like gunplay, I'm honestly like, I'm not really sure here. I feel like you listed everything that needed to be said there, and it's just I don't know. I mean, they did win most rounds with their low eco rounds, and maybe SNHU just had that a bit of overconfidence, you know, kind of being able to just push out when you thought that they weren't going to be able to hit those shots, but they really did. Maybe it's something along with those lines as well.
Yeah, definitely SNHU is getting punished for their aggression, as we see them forced into yet again another save. We've also got that Blade Storm getting popped by Kira. And one more thing that we didn't really mention was that Omen ult. You know, that from the shadows is going to be super tricky to use sometimes, but I would love to see it at least once or twice as Mental Athlete finds that first pick onto Casey. You know, really beautiful angle to peek right there, and Case is punished for walking out just a little too far.
Yeah, now after getting that 1 pick on SNHU there, BC still gonna really take it slow and make their rotate over towards over towards A there, and Kira gonna be able to get that other Jeff out of there. Or Jet out of there, and be able to make it a 3v5.
Yeah, Blitz, you know, not quite able to find anyone. He was kind of running out with his knife. Twitch gonna find Seiko, and Kira really capitalizing on his Blade Storm with that 2nd kill onto Suka. Oh, Potato unfortunately caught in a 2v1, not quite knowing where to look at, and as Twitch takes him out for a flawless round towards Brooklyn College, I am definitely worried for SNHU.
Yeah, SNHU unfortunately not really getting on the strong strong foot there, not getting the bigger foot. Already down to a 5-loss streak here, but we are going to see Blitz with an operator here, and as Blitz, you know, is a jet and on defense, it could work out really well, especially if you're just holding angles here. But I'm sorry, I thought we were going to see a little bit of difference. I thought they weren't going to hold C for a second. I'm like, they've been going C like almost every round here. But not having any defenders in Garage, going to be a little bit of a different defender split they're going to be playing.
Yeah, you know, I do believe, unfortunately, Blitz just read it a little bit wrong, and I am very surprised that they chose to leave the op down on A, especially A short, when we have seen Brooklyn College push C almost every single round. So maybe a little bit of a misinterpretation coming out from SNHU, but Noodle might just walk into Blitz, making it all worthwhile. Yep, we see that first confrontation. Blitz is going to find it out with Twitch. That's going to bring it down to a 4v5 already, and Blitz, you know, repositioning, that's going to be super huge for SNHU if they're able to get maybe 1 or 2 more off with that operator.
Yeah, now BC knows that there's an operator towards A. They know it's going to be a struggle to push it here, and they're going to try and start to make their way towards A.
You know, we've got Seiko unfortunately caught in this really bad position, and Kira is just going to capitalize on that, just really push into it and take Seiko out just to even that playing field just a little bit more. You know, we've got that Rolling Thunder coming back out from SNHU, going to delay that plant just a little bit. Oh, Shorty coming out from Case, not quite able to find anyone as Polo Spring finds one, finds 2 with Potato, but Potato able to take BC Noodle out before being put down.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, Blitz having this operator here kind of being a little bad, especially on retake there, and it does not look like they're going to be able to do a full push on B. They're going to start to rotate towards C there, but their Killjoy still stuck in that little cubby there. Gonna make retaking a lot difficult here as they start to come out slowly and could catch a Blitz off guard. Oh, it's so close. There we go. Mental Athlete gonna be able to get that pick there. Not only having Suka alive with a Vandal, I'm not sure if the best place to attack it or possibly get the op and save.
Yeah, I think that Suka is going to have to play it super carefully, especially in a 1v3 situation. If he wants to get that op, I think that will be very good for their economy. But if he wants to take any fights, he's going to have to be super careful. He's able to find one with Mental Athlete, and I think this is the best place for him to back off as we see him picking that up and just running away. I think that definitely was the best course of action that he could have chosen to do. As we see, you know, like, that op, it's such a hefty investment. You don't want to lose it after 1 round, especially if you know you're not going to win that round. So if he just holds his corners, he'll be able to pick up another kill as we see him get that beautiful kill onto Kira. It's not quite enough as he did lose that round already, but that's definitely going to help them, you know, take a few more guns away.
True, but then again, Kira was at 9,000 creds, so I mean, they had enough money to waste there, being able to push up towards him and gonna get. I mean, not really get anything, just get information, if anything. But now Blitz finally being able to go onto C-side there and possibly get another pick, really switching off from where he was before. But most of SNHU, again, kind of seeing these sheriffs here, and I believe it's not the last round yet, but it's the second to last round.
Oh, that Owl Drone coming out is going to be absolutely pivotal towards Brooklyn College. You know, they know that Blitz is standing up there with the op. I don't even want to know what would have happened if they didn't send that Owl Drone out first. So really good move on Brooklyn College's part, and that's just going to cause SNHU to reevaluate their strategy as we see them gear up towards a full A push now.
Oh, I was really hoping for that Breach Ultimate to come out there. Could get a lot of stuns off as they really just did a full rotate over onto A here. And Suka holding this really tight corner. Mental Athlete just barely seeing him.
In the right direction. As you said, Mental Athlete not quite seeing him, but Potato able to get that trade onto him. Twitch Tyrell, however, finding Case out as well for that 3v5 situation. Oh, Potato taking 1 out before getting traded out with Polo Spring. It's down to a 2v3, and SNHU is still holding their ground really well, even though they do have sheriffs. We are going to see Blitz, you know, take that op and go straight up into heaven to try and get through that aftershock. And if he's able to find one, he might actually just level the playing ground enough to allow SNHU an opportunity to head back into site for their retake.
That's true, but at the same time, their economy again is also very broken here. So pushing up still could be a little bit of a force there. Being able to break their economy is not going to be as important as saving your own economy here. But it looks like it doesn't matter to Seiko as he wants to get a pick there. But Blitz just going to be able, or gonna be able to back off there and really just save his economy, because that's what you got to do. It's gonna be the last round, and you want to have enough money to be able to buy full.
Yep, you're definitely very right about that. So having that op for that last round, you know, we haven't seen too much investment come out of it yet, and I'm really hoping that Blitz is able to find that worthwhile investment from buying such a big piece of machinery in such an early round. Because I haven't seen too much impact come out of it yet, and I honestly think that SNHU has been suffering because of it.
Well, I think the operator. I think I disagree with you actually. I think the operator has been a pretty big impact there because it's wherever BC is attacking. If they're attacking C side, the operators there, they're instantly gonna be able to, or at least they have been going to the far side of the map, because they don't want to get hit with this operator. But it looks like Blitz is not gonna be on any side at all. It's just gonna be peek out of garage there and get mental athlete right away.
Yep, that's going to be a really nice pick onto Kira as well for that second off kill. You know, I think he heard what I said, and I don't think he was very pleased by it. So he's definitely picking up that slack and getting really worthwhile, impactful kills to open that round up, and that's going to help SNHU possibly pick up this round. But, you know, we might be looking at the 9-3 curse, as you did bring up in the last game, so I'm a little bit apprehensive coming towards that, but SNHU could use all the help they could get, and they need this last round desperately.
And definitely, in order to really get that 3-9 curse, you have to win 3 rounds here. But again, this is not even a retake yet because they don't even have point planted. And Noodle taking the aggression there, taking Case by surprise, is able to get that kill. But Suka being able to get revenge for his fallen brother there and get that kill on him, as they have a plant. They already have plant down, and they have Killjoy ultimate, and that Rolling Thunder is going to come out, kind of set back SNHU quite a bit here as they start to push out. Suka getting that 1 kill, and it's all down to Polo Spring.
You know, with that lockdown coming down too, you know, Seiko is going to get that one-on-one confrontation with Polo Spring, get that down, and now that we're able to get that diffuse down and see that third round heading over to SNHU, I'm really hoping that they can turn it around in the next half.
Yeah, I'm really sad there. I was really hoping to see that Astral Divide, or whatever Celestial Divide
Yeah.
come out there. Unfortunately, we did not see that happen almost at all really throughout the game, and I feel like it could have helped during a lot of pivotal moments because it's just a big Viper wall. You know what I mean? You can't shoot through it. You can use abilities through it, but it blocks off most line of sight, and it just stalls more time for the attackers going on to sight there. So unfortunately, we did not get to see that here. But starting off with this round, SNHU is now going to be on the attack, and PC going to be on the defense here. We're already seeing that they're going to be going for a C push. I guess both teams really here. We're just really like in C here. I believe BC actually went to B for their first pistol round there, right?
Yep,
Maybe?
I think you're absolutely right. And then after that, they started pushing up on C. So seeing SNHU take a page out of BC's book is pretty funny, as we see this almost complete C push coming up with 1 or 2 heading over to Garage. You know, Twitch going to try to get that recon ball out, and he doesn't find any information from it as Potato is able to trade it out. Then they are going to start it off with that confrontation. Potato's going to come out of it looking slightly better than Twitch, as he's able to get a few shots into him. Kira, however, going to find that first shot onto Potato, so really looking there for the trade, and SNHU is already down to a 4v5 as Seiko peeks straight into Polo Spring, gets traded out by Noodle. Noodle finds a second with Blitz. Suka and Case both able to find 1 each, and it's back down to a 2v2 in SNHU's favor as they are able to bring that spike down onto site, and Suka finds Kira to bring it down to a 1v2. It's all up to Mental Athlete.
Yeah, Mental Athlete kind of being in a weird, not a weird spot, but a casual retake spot here. Unfortunately, not going to work out too well as the bomb is planted for long there, and all they really have to do is wait for the tab. You're going to see the abilities come out there. She has that wall to kind of dive by there, but again, it's not going to be much. But they is able to get the headshot, but overall did not win the round there. SNHU gonna take the win for this as well.
Yeah, beautiful 3K coming out of Suka to really guarantee them that round, but obviously, you know, they were able to play out for time, really stall that out, and it's already looking a lot better for SNHU having won that round. So going into the second round, where we see them come out, you know, with a few heavy guns. We've got the 3 Bulldogs, as you love so much, as well as the 2 Spectres. So I'm hoping that they're able to turn this around, and if they lose this round, it's not going to look very good for them going into that third bonus round.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've seen, you know, I think both teams here on the side of losing their bonus rounds, but it looks like it may not be too much of an issue because BC is just going guns ablaze here, pushing SNHU as fast as they can.
Blitz, however, going to come out of that confrontation the better, as he's able to find 1. Noodle finding Blitz straight back for that trade. Suka and Polo Spring each finding 1. You know, Kira unfortunately gets taken out, but Polo Spring right there to get that trade back. Potato taken out by Noodle in a devastating sheriff shot. It's down to a 2v5, but Seiko all the way over on A is able to get that plant down, and it's all up to Brooklyn College to be able to play that retake. They're going to have to come all the way back from the other side and really play that, and it looks like they're coming in from, you know, not quite where SNHU has planted for, so SNHU might have to be a little bit careful looking towards the long.
They actually did plan for CT here, knowing that they were going to be coming from their own spawn. They're now going to be able to play back here. They already do have a grab on that, going to be able to get him off right there and not have him stick there. And they have to push up no matter what here. Noodle going to be able to get that kill though. Case trading him out, and he has to push up no matter what before they can get that defuse.
That 3K coming out of Case was an absolutely incredible clutch that SNHU so desperately needed, and we see him just get out barely by the skin of his teeth, which is a very weird expression because who has skin on their teeth?
The gums. No, the guns on skin. I mean, I don't know. That's a you expression.
No,
You said that last week too, multiple times.
By the skin of your teeth is 100% an expression, and I will search it up for you after this match just to prove you wrong. And we go into this. You know, it's a bonus round for SNHU. They did only make it out with one gun, so we are going to see that economy just a little bit for the worse. But we are looking towards a bit more of a split. So I'm wondering if we're looking at a kind of bait situation or if we're going to see that rotate, and we do see them actually fully rotating over to A, leaving Killjoy just to lurk towards Garage.
Yeah, just holding that, you know, there's just that outpost there. We see a lot of the times that defenders on Haven really try to poke out at a Garage because it's just an off angle 4B window there. So holding that area can be super beneficial for any flanks whatsoever here. But SNHU really taking their time. We're going to see that drone come out to get some information on where they could be as Blitz starts to push out there. Unfortunately, not looking in the right area and just dying to Mental Athlete.
Spring also able to find Suka, and that's going to bring it straight down to a 2v5 as Twitch Tyrell is able to find Potato. It's all up to Seiko and Case, and you know, they're stuck between a rock and a hard corner. Seiko, however, with his Guardian, is a force to be reckoned with as he's able to find one and safely retreat away. But if he doesn't look towards the back, he is going to get caught out by Twitch, and Twitch is able to find one. He might be able to find Case as well. It's not looking very good for SNHU as we see Case actually take that 1v1, get one, might be able to get two, but unfortunately is caught out by Spring. That is the 10th round over to Brooklyn College.
Yeah, unfortunately for SNHU, kind of being stuck in that little area there, it's not going to be the best spot you really want to be in. But one thing about it is that most of BC there was really isolated. Most of those gunfights were 1v1s, and if we looked on the map in the past there, we can see that defenders were not trading each other out towards the end. So if the shots were just a little bit better and didn't get caught by that wall there was definitely a chance of SNHU being able to get that comeback as well. But again, in terms of this round so far, we're going to see a judge come out from Twitch here, and yeah, I really want to see him use it to work because judge kills are they're just hilarious in my opinion. They're just
really
so funny.
are, but with Potato holding this position maybe for the third round in a row, I think Twitch definitely has a little bit of an inkling that, you know, there is someone there. But hiding in this smoke, SNHU might actually be able to get by undetected, and I'm very, very scared now.
I can't wait. It's gonna be. This is like it's happening. And there it goes. 2 kills right off the bat, possibly a 3. But to Potato, gonna make sure there's no more. And Kira just picking up his slack and gonna get that kill on Potato. Blitz being the last one remaining. Noodle killing 2, and that's another round going to BC.
Brooklyn College is really playing this absolutely phenomenally. You know, they had that few rounds that they handed over to SNHU, but they were able to pick up the slack so quickly, and it definitely showed them that they have been able to adapt from, you know, last map's kind of playing style. And so I'm really excited to see them re-bring this back up and possibly bring us into that third map of Split. I personally have not seen too much Split play, so I'd love to see more Split.
Oh, you gotta see Split. Split's awesome.
Okay, I have a bit of a hate-love relationship with Split. I like Split.
But they changed it. They changed the stuff now. You saw the changes, right?
I did see the changes. Do you want to talk about the changes?
Yeah, let's talk about the changes.
All right,
because I thought Split changes. I mean, it's still a very annoying map. Do not get me wrong. My thoughts haven't changed, you know, that much. But it's still fun to watch because again, the garage is bigger. I believe the opening towards sewers, that's also bigger as well. They added a blanking here. They added like another hiding spot, but I don't know where. I forgot.
Well, I guess we're about to find out
well,
if
it goes to the cider. But for talking for this map anyways right now, SNHU really we're on attacking, right? SNHU unfortunately just not being able, I mean, they're able to get plant down, but it seems like most of these rounds have just been by elimination. And that's just the biggest thing because it's like you're attacking. You know, you want to get bombed down, and it's just been trading kills for the most part. That's all it really has been.
You see, SNHU, I feel like, has been playing very aggressively, and right now they're getting punished for that aggression, so they're gonna have to slow their roll down. But it doesn't really look like that, as we've already got a Hunter's Fury coming out of Twitch. Tyrell really looking for those early picks. Kira and Polo Spring, however, early eliminations onto both SNHU members that try to rush up C long. That is not going to go unpunished, as we see SNHU right down to a 3v5.
Yeah, really getting those 2 early picks there is going to set SNHU back quite a bit there. With Jet coming out in the stun as well, it's a great combo to get those picks there. And unfortunately, SNHU is going to be stuck in this little area here because BC went back to Seaside and Garage, or wherever they were originally placed. And now they're just being a little bit, I want to say, a little paranoid here and just worried wherever they're going to be, because again, they're holding angles from spawn and like no one is there. So definitely changing up the momentum here. I wonder if SNHU is still gonna go over to C here, because I mean, C, you can't go wrong with C. I mean, I would maybe one going Garage, but in a 3v5, it may not be the best option.
You definitely want to stick together in a 3v5 situation, and I'm really happy to finally see that Celestial Divide come out. We're also going to see that Rolling Thunder really coming out, so it looks like SNHU wants to capitalize on this round as hard as they can, and losing both Suka and Blitz as early as they did, they need to get them out. So I'm not too surprised to see all this utility come out. We're also going to see that Aftershock heading straight into spawn, you know, really trying to flush them out as we get the spike down onto C site.
We're also possibly seeing some flankers come up here. Twitch can be able to get Potato there. Psycho being the last one remaining, they're going to get one, but as the defenders come out, they're just attacking them all at once, and no one's able to trade. And unfortunately there for SNHU, BC is going to take this round, and that is going to be match point for this game here.
SNHU is stuck in such a tricky position right now because, you know, they don't have any more room to lose. You know, it's the last point, but they're down so many rounds that it could be really hard to recover. And looking at them, even if they won this round and, you know, kept maybe 4 or 5 guns, they would still be heading into that next round with a deficit, which would make it really hard for them to recover. While on the Brooklyn College side, they are just cruising on their economy.
That is true here, but if they are able to win this round, SNHU, if Blitz and Potato are able to get around 2 picks here and possibly a defuse, hypothetically, they would be able to hold off. I mean, oh, am I looking at the wrong team? You know what? I might be looking at the wrong team on the scoreboard. I was going to talk about ultimates there.
Oh, no, I think you were looking right. You know, we are 6-9 on Killjoy, and we are 6-8 on Jet. So I do understand trying to get them a few picks and really getting their ult points up. But in the end, it all comes down to this final confrontation in between them. And it looks like SNHU might be looking towards a little bit of a split, you know, just generally undecided, looking for picks rather than to get that spike down onto a site.
Yeah, kind of holding Spike back in spawn there, just looking for any advantage that they can really get. Most of SNHU is really split up here, just holding angles and waiting to trade off of each other. They're just really playing it slow here because, I mean, what can you really do? You want to win this round. You want to get a guaranteed pick. You want to take your time in these sorts of rounds. And BC knows that because they're not getting aggressive anytime soon, but Blitz is as he starts to push out onto B.
You know, with all that breach utility coming out, he's going to really help him as Pulse being able to find 1, able to find 2, getting traded out by Case. BC Noodle going to follow that straight up with a pick onto Seiko. Case, however, finding Twitch, but Noodle right there to get that trade out, and it's down to a 1v3. Potato is all by his lonesome. He's in window, and he's going to have to go up, get that spike, as well as face 3 separate fights, or maybe even just one-on-3 fight, and he really has to be careful as this lockdown comes down from Mental Athlete.
Yeah, but he is able to pick up that spike right away. They're unfortunately going to get shot in the back by Noodle. They're just trying to make that corner, but unfortunately for SNHU, BC is going to be able to take the win for this game here.
Yeah, you know, that last 3K coming out, it really was what Brooklyn College needed.
You were doing so well. You were doing so well.
But it was definitely what Brooklyn College needed. And unfortunately for SNHU, it just wasn't enough for them. So going out of this, I think yet another 13-5 map.
Oh, that is true. And it's the opposite. It was the opposite picks for the maps as well. That's the thing.
So I'm super excited to see us head into this next map, which will be split. I cannot wait, Madhav.
I'm
I
really
hope you're
excited.
as excited,
excited.
as I am.
I'm excited.
And ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back after a super quick break, so don't go anywhere because we won't be. Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you guys have and sorry. Alright,
It's all right.
we're gonna try that
Second
again.
break.
Hello guys, welcome back. We're so excited to have you back here for this third map on Split, and it looks like SNHU is actually going to be starting an attack. And I don't know, we saw SNHU start on defense for the last 2 maps, so I'm wondering if they're feeling confident going into this attack. But obviously with Split being the decider, kind of being decided by all the other previous bans and the previous picks, I don't know if they're feeling very confident on this.
I mean, did they choose? Can you choose to start on the decider? Do you know? Because if they chose to start into attack, then who knows? They just might be, they want to switch things up. I mean, it could work. I mean, you never really know here. But for split attack, I mean, again, we've seen a lot of map changes, so it's you just gotta wait for it. I mean, I don't know how to explain it because it could go either way. Because you just gotta be there. I don't know how else to really put it. Like you literally have to be there.
Well, I'm really excited to see this. We're seeing 2 13-5 games come out of both teams. So, let's head just straight into the character select as soon as we can, just to see what exactly we are looking at over here.
Just kidding.
Like we said, both games were 13-5s, and it might actually be pretty funny to see yet another 13-5 game coming out.
That'd be funny. To see another 13-5.
Just the 13-5 series for the SNHU Yellow versus Brooklyn College game. And I'm sure that SNHU Yellow is feeling just slightly defeated right now. They came out of that first game extremely confident. They wanted to get that second game down, but not quite able to pick it up with a 5-13 loss towards Brooklyn College. So right now, Brooklyn College is going to be having that confidence. And I think because of that, we're going to be seeing a super aggressive play coming out of them here on the split map.
Yeah, definitely. Being able to have that confidence and being able to push up from that is going to be a really good, strong team morals there. And I'm excited to really just get into it. Yeah,
I completely agree. So let's have a look at the lineup right now. It looks like SNHU is going to be coming out full swing, already chosen. Case is going to be on that Omen. Potato on Killjoy yet again. Blitz now on Raze. Sequo on that Viper. And Suka on the Sky. On Brooklyn College, we have Polo Spring on Sky, Mental Athlete on Cypher, BC Noodle on Omen, Twitch Tyrell on Breach, and Kira on Raze. I'm really excited to see that Cypher actually come out of Mental Athlete, as well as the Viper coming out from Sequo. So I think this is going to be a super interesting game to watch.
100%. I mean, as a previous Viper main here, I'm really excited to see Sequo on Viper. I'm really excited to see how his lineups, or I mean, if you're playing Viper, you gotta have lineups. There's no way you don't have lineups, right? So I'm excited to see how I can't talk. How the lineups for the smokes, the Viper bites, the lines for the wall, how it's all really gonna work here. We're all gonna see Mental Athlete right away actually get his own lineups with Cypher here. Gonna have that one way on B here. Gonna be really dangerous because that cage is so scary. Like, you just can't push up against it. You really can't. You've seen this cage before, right, Kaylee? It's just scary here, and you're gonna see these map changes and how it's gonna work. You see Garage, it's a lot more open. There's still a box to hide from, but it's wider.
I completely agree, Madav, and we're going to see the super, just not so much aggressive as of yet, but we do see SNHU just working together as a team to get up all the way through B long, and now we are seeing them slowly push up. Once again, not quite aggressive, and I do suspect this comes from not quite getting that last map, so they're definitely playing it a lot slower, as Potato's going to find that first kill onto Mental Athlete and open their round up for SNHU, really allow them to get that plant down onto B site. Now, it's all up to Brooklyn College to play that retake, and as we look towards more trades kind of being met between two teams, Sequo is actually going to pick up that second kill onto Noodle. Kira coming out with the paint shell is going to find Sequo for that trade. It's down to a 3v4. SNHU is still in the advantage, having got that spike down. Twitch, however, going to find K, Suka, Blitz, each finding their own with Kira and Polo Spring. It's all down to Twitch Tyrell. He's at 20 HP. He's got to go against 3 members of SNHU, and Blitz going to finish that off with a beautiful kill onto Twitch.
Yeah, that dog just that dog coming around that last corner there, just gonna throw his aim off just a tiny bit there, and unfortunately not gonna be able to connect the shots right away. SNHU taking this round here, gonna be able to have these Spectres. But they have 2 bulldogs, but not the 4 bulldogs as I previously loved to see here. But still gonna be able to buy up a pretty big amount here. And oh, sorry, three bulldogs. They must have heard me. Must have, right? And just having this overall aggression that they're gonna have is gonna be great here because I think BC read the push correctly.
Yeah, Kira's going to find that first kill onto Case, and that's already going to decimate what SNHU had planned. Blitz, however, finding one more. Kira right there for the trade with his second kill. Potato going to find Twitch, Tyrell, and that Pain Shell coming out. Seiko going to find one, going to find two. Getting taken out by Noodle, but Suka right there to get that trade back onto Noodle for that second round over to SNHU.
As much as a fast round it was also really impactful towards SNHU as well as most of their SNHU's money did go into the buy there. Yeah, it looks like it does not matter because I keep forgetting that this is technically the bonus round. So as long as they got that round there, it doesn't really matter because they're just gonna buy for next here. But BC gonna be advantage for guns, gonna have all Vandals right by the looks of it, and having that light shield still just an overall stronger, better guns there. And yeah, I'm excited to see how it works.
Yeah, obviously SNHU is going to look towards keeping as many guns as possible this round because if they can go into yet another bonus round with their guns, it's just going to look really good for them. But we're starting it off really strong with mid-aggression, and I'm excited to see how Brooklyn College are able to respond to this as we see a lot of utility coming out. We see that Skydog from Polo Spring, not quite able to find anyone, but definitely information given out.
Yeah, we're seeing most of SNHU right now kind of be pushed up towards mid here. That sewer is smoked off, and it's not their smoke either, or no, sorry, it is their smoke here. Just waiting for BC to possibly come out as they start to push up into it.
Beautiful Skyblind coming out through ropes as well. Gonna give them an information as that aftershock comes out and unfortunately catches 2 from SNHU and its blinds. So now that SNHU are just kind of looking forward to that kind of C push, unfortunately pushing straight into Noodle, Tyrell, and Kira as they pick up 1 each to bring that down straight to a 2v5. Seiko kind of getting caught out by those pain shells. Gonna be left at 54 HP. Noodle finding Case and Kira finishing that off with a flawless round onto Seiko.
Yeah, it is their bonus there. So BC did have the upper in guns there and gonna be able to get all kills of SNHU. But now they're gonna be back up to even gunplay here. You're gonna be seeing a light shield, a possible light shield coming out from Suka, and a possible light shield. They're definitely gonna upgrade to a heavy shield. I'm just waiting for it. But regardless here, they're going to be able to have these full Vandals and shield as well as abilities. Going to be able to have just a full kit. I mean, these fights a full kit here, and I'm excited to see how it'll play.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, and it does look like we're starting off a little bit more divided as SNHU choose to split. Haha, up.
Nice.
Sorry, I should really stop laughing at my own jokes. I feel like that takes away from the whole joke aspect of it, but it does look like Brooklyn is super heavily stacked up on A, and I do hope that they're realizing to kind of split up. Oh, Hira's going to find that first pick onto Potato, who unmistakably looks away at the wrong moment. Getting that first pick is already going to narrow that fight down, and he does take a little bit of damage, so it's not without its own consequences. Twitch Tyrell finding Blitz for that second pick onto Brooklyn. Suka going to find Noodle just to bring that down a little bit. Case is going to be watching his back, not quite finding anything as Polo Spring takes him out. Suka going to find 1. Gonna find 2 for his 3K against Polo Spring. Might be looking towards a Suka 5K, actually. That ace, if he's really able to pick up more kills and help his mental out. Mental Athlete's gonna find Seiko to bring that down to a 1v2. And with Suka being so low, finding 1 more for that 4K. Is he gonna be able to find it? Unfortunately not, as Kira takes him out to get that second round over to Brooklyn College.
Now, unfortunately left on super low HP. They're getting that 4K, still going to put him at a good spot because he already has his ultimate out. And that's going to be really well to find out for informations on where BC could really be defending there. But at the same time, it may not be the best option because they are playing a little bit on a lower economy here. But as we've seen before in previous rounds, even with a Sheriff, you can still do as much damage as a Vandal because we've seen many I want to say, not game winning, but like really strong pivotal points in matches where those low eco buys can still clutch out for the win.
Yeah, I completely agree, Madame, and I'm just excited to see how SNHU respond to losing the last 2 rounds in a row. And SNHU is very momentum based. I think we've been able to see that from all the games that they've kind of played. So getting their mental up is going to be the first and foremost thing that they're going to look to get. And we see them play a lot slower, letting Brooklyn just really push into them as we see that spy cam dart really able to give a lot of information. Noodle gonna find Suka out, gonna find Blitz too for a beautiful 2K down at mid. He's doing a lot of damage to SNHU, and I don't know if SNHU is going to be able to recover for this round. Case is going to TP away just to get there, safely and rejoin the rest of his team before Noodle can do too much damage.
Yeah, Mental Athlete also playing in a little bit of a corner here. Could be really scary for SNHU as they start to push out. That cage is going to come out, but playing up there, it's such a gamble to take there, and they have multiple flankers. Gonna be able to get one on Seiko right away, and the flankers are coming back, the blinds, the stuns, and it's a flawless for BC.
Brooklyn College is really playing their cards extremely well. We see them constantly having a very good plan of action and honestly just looking to outread SNHU with every single round. So SNHU, we might be looking towards yet another timeout in the near future just to let them kind of reevaluate, possibly finalize their strategies while going into this, but I'm not too sure. You are the person that we pay for analyzing, so analyze away.
I will. Here we go here. As ultimates come out, we are going to see that most of BC has some really big ultimates here. We do see that Showstopper coming out, going to be able to get one on Cypher right away. Unfortunately, Blitz missing that nade. They're going to do a lot of damage to his teammates. They're the Rolling Thunder as well, and BC is not showing any mercy to SNHU, just full on pushing them and trying to get as many kills as possible there, but SNHU strikes back with 2 kills, now making it a 2v4.
That Seeker, coming out at the beginning, that was really pivotal for information and definitely what SNHU needed, but Noodle is in a critical position right now. And with all of SNHU running towards him, gonna find one, gonna find 2! He is gonna back away really, really nicely right as he knows he's done enough damage. Like, SNHU just caught with their knives in their hands, definitely not what they wanted to be at.
Right, I mean, definitely having that aggression there from their Omen, just being up there is not a spot where you'd normally assume an Omen to play, you know what I mean? You think they'd be a little bit more on the defensive side, but it looks like now evening things out, making it a 2v2 here. They have to play extra careful. BC does have Shadow Step, or from the shadows, and that could be used to figure out the positioning of where SNHU could be.
SNHU does look towards a little bit of an A push, and they are very lucky they were able to get onto site without any contest. So, getting that plant down is going to be pivotal towards the first step of regaining this round. But obviously, at a 2v2 situation, you're going to want to not be isolated. Mental Athlete is going to get that first pick onto Blitz. That's not going to be very good for Potato as he now looks to defend both the spike and himself while still getting 2 picks if he is able to. But that Swarm Grenade, is going to just delay their push into it slightly. So I'm hoping that he delays it just enough for him to get back onto this flank and really get them. Oh, he sees one. Is he going to be able to get it? Unfortunately, he just doesn't point in the right direction, and BC Noodle is going to clean that up with a beautiful 3K for that 4th round heading over to Brooklyn College.
I was really hoping for Potato to go into the smoke there and get that guaranteed kill and hopefully catch Noodle off guard there, but unfortunately that just did not happen, and BC still going to be in the lead here. Will have Mental Athlete's ultimate, the Cypher, going to be able to figure out, I believe now, last time I played it was a while ago, but it does tick for 2 now. So after 4 seconds, the information is going to be revealed for the team twice. And Noodle again still having his ultimate, and Polar Spring coming up very close with a possible Sky ultimate. But SNHU with the Viper's Pit can also be great as well.
That neural theft could definitely be very pivotal when it comes to gathering information. So I'm very excited to see what Mental is able to do with it. And I just can't wait to see how this round plays out, especially in terms of SNHU being able to buy once again.
And definitely here, it looks like SNHU again kind of staying close together and having that one lurker. They tend to do that pretty often, if anything. We did see it a lot last round last match and the match before here. But being able to kind of clear out where Sewers is now, just knowing that no one is there, it's going to allow them to safely push up into heaven here, where they could get some contact extremely soon.
Yeah, you know, coming into Mail, you're definitely going to want to clear that out. As we see all that utility being traded out. Oh, Twitch is going to get that first pick onto Sequo. And we also see the Showstopper coming up. Blitz, unfortunately being taken out by Polar Spring before it does enough damage. Suka going to find Polar Spring back for that trade. Twitch going to find Suka back for that trade as well. Case and BC Noodle both finding one each to bring that down to a 3v1. And that was a massacre up on Heaven. And, you know, when it comes to really fast-paced sites like that, you want to make sure that you have the support of your team. Potato might actually be walking into an altercation here with Kira, and so I really hope he looks to the side, but he looks just directly towards Mail.
Almost a win. That was scary.
Oh, that was very close in terms of Kira. You know, he was almost not quite able to convert that, but definitely in the end, when it mattered, he was able to find Potato.
Yeah, in terms of guns now, we are going to see that SNHU, again, not going to be in that much of a strong point compared to BC, being able to get most of their, all of their guns and all of their abilities as well. We're going to see that SNHU does have Killjoy Ultimate and a Viper's Pit if they really wanted to get bombed down, but even then, at the same time, it's going to be super difficult to push on onto site, especially only with Sheriffs here.
I think SNHU is definitely going to want to take a little bit more of a close-handed approach. Obviously, with Sheriffs being a very close combat weapon. So seeing them all push together towards a site, I think, is in their best advantage, especially as you don't want to be picked off and isolated in those 1vx fights, as Kira is currently doing, getting Suka out for that first pick. Twitch also going to find Blitz for a second pick. Sequo finally finding Kira for that trade, but it's not enough, as Twitch is also able to trade Sequo out, bringing it back down to a 2v4. It's not looking very ideal for Potato with Case, as they are stuck between a rock and a hard corner. You know, within the smoke, they still have to get through. They have to find that spike. And with every single member from Brooklyn College just holding it, it's going to be really hard for anyone from SNHU to step out. But Twitch actually walks straight into Potato. Case also able to trade out Mental Athlete, but BC Noodle and Polar Spring are right there to pick up the last 2 kills and guarantee that 6th round over to Brooklyn College.
Yeah, BC really, again, having that, being able to buy your ultimates and buy the weapons just shows that they're just gonna be able to use it, because there's no KO. They can't stop using their ultimates, and we can see that they're really putting it to work here, as we're seeing a lot more blinds and just a lot more stuns coming out from the breach, because the breach stuns are the biggest thing, because they mess up your vision and then your aim's all wrong, you shoot slower. It's a big thing to deal with there, and we can see that BC is using them very well here. And for this next round anyways, SNHU and BC both have the same level amount of guns now, so and now it really is all in terms of how their abilities are played.
SNHU once again gearing up towards an A push. I do hope they're finally able to, you know, recapitalize on that, and we see that Boombot coming out. That's going to give them really valuable information, with the breach utility also going to get blitzed down to 70 HP. That's really, really low, but we see that Revitalize from the sky. That's going to get him up just slightly. So SNHU definitely going to have to play a bit slower, maybe leaving Casey in this corner to catch any lurkers as they head back down sewers, possibly targeting a B push.
Yeah, SNHU really just going slow here. Case and Suka staying back to watch for any flankers right now. But overall, just taking their time, not really going for any type of aggression, playing very, very sneaky here. And BC kind of holding on to this A area here, thinking that they're going to fake it. But we are going to see Polar Spring's dog come out as well. And that's going to give them information that they have, if not all, but most rotated there. Twitch going to be able to get 2, and Suka and Potato also getting 2. And Noodle is going to finish those 2 off. Right there.
Getting that trade out on Potato was going to be wonderful, as BC Noodle's going to find 1, going to find 2 for that 3rd kill onto Blitz, and a 7th round heading over to Brooklyn College. This is looking rather desolate for SNHU, especially, you know, they have lost almost 5 rounds in a row, 6 rounds in a row, and what am I even talking about? They lost 7 rounds in a row after picking up the first pistol round and then the round thereafter. So SNHU, they definitely need this timeout.
100% here. I mean, SNHU, I'm not sure what they really need to change up. I feel like the way that they've been executing on Ascent and Haven, and even on Split now, I feel like the way that they've been pushing out has been fine, really. I mean, in my eyes, regardless. But I think it's the way BC is playing. They're playing a lot more cheeky. You know what I mean? They're using their I mean, with the corners that Split has, like we saw when they were pushing A, we saw that as they were pushing out that breach. What's the thing that like and it kills them through the wall? I forgot the name. I forgot the name of it. It's not the it's the C ability. Okay, help me out, please.
Well,
But
there's
I don't know
the
what it's
Rolling
called.
Thunder as the ultimate,
yes.
and there's Flashpoint.
Yes.
Are you talking about Aftershock?
No, not the E ability, not the free one. This.
Now you're making me confused too, because I'm blanking.
The little circle
I know
thing
what
that
you're
comes. The
talking
little
about.
circle thing that comes down and it goes. Psh, psh, psh.
Yeah, I am completely blanking on it.
That's so embarrassing. I forgot the name of it, but we saw it being used to push SNHU out of that area, and BC was able to to push up towards main there and just hold it down, and they were just able to just keep SNHU there. It's almost like BC is controlling the map instead of SNHU.
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of control coming out of Brooklyn College as we look towards a super aggressive mid push, and with Blitz in sewers, it looks a little bit dismal for SNHU as he is forced to come back just a little bit. Oh, these shots not quite picking up on that turret. Tyrell, however, going to find that first pick onto Blitz all the way at sewers, so SNHU definitely going to have to reevaluate their strategies. Potato is going to be stuck in this super awkward corner out at spawn. You know, the entire team knows he's there, and they're going to manhunt him.
They really are, but
They're
you're able to
to
get
pick
one.
before Mental Athlete swaps him out, and we see that Viper's Pit actually come out on A, so that was a really nice fake coming out from SNHU.
Definitely. I mean, unfortunately, they did have to sacrifice Potato there, but that really was not a bad sacrifice at all, because now they're able to get on site here. That Rolling Thunder is going to come out as well and going to create a lot of open space for BC.
Yeah, but with Seiko outside his Viper's Pit, I'm not too sure what he's going to be able to do, and we see Mental Athlete quickly trading him out. Mental Athlete getting a third with Suka. Twitch Tyrell following that up with Case, and that is the 8th round for Brooklyn College. SNHU definitely slipped up slightly there. You know, they were very, very close to getting it. We saw that site control that they had, but losing Blitz so early on at sewers was possibly what lost them that round.
Yeah, I mean, that and unfortunately just pulling out the Vandal there and seeing all three of them and just not really just having your guns out at the same time there. It's just going to be unfortunate timing for SNHU, but I'm not really too sure what they can really do to turn it around. They're already, what, like an 8 streak, like eight loss streak so far, so I feel like it just has to happen with ultimates here. That showstopper, if they can get enough picks, it could be really beneficial, but then again, they don't have it, but they have lockdown. It all matters on how they play it here, and Seiko could be in big trouble as he does have Spike here, and this could be really bad for SNHU.
Yeah, you know, as Suka is actually going to open that round up, finding Noodle, Seiko is once again in that super awkward position that we saw Potato in just last round. Potato is going to be holding that for his teammate, going to be able to help Seiko out of that very tricky situation, and Blitz actually going to be finding Mental Athlete as we hear the Seekers coming out from Suka, able to help him find Twitch up at Heaven. That's going to be really good for SNHU, bringing it all the way down to a 5v2 as he gets that revitalized down for his teammates, and we see that plant going out from Seiko.
I'm hoping if Seiko has any lineups here, just help guarantee this round here. Even though it is a 5v2, it can still go south very quickly here as Kira starts to push out and get 2 of SNHU's members right away.
But, you know, as a 1v3, Kira is very hard-pressed currently, and, you know, they know where he dropped down from, and we see him, you know, trying to isolate these fights and take them on. But with that beautiful blind coming out of Case, we see that 3rd round finally going over to SNHU, a well-deserved round that they definitely need.
And definitely a comeback needed here right before it, the swap here, and I mean they needed it because 10-2 is such a bad, it's so bad, especially for a swap there. But luckily they were able to get this 3rd round, and hopefully they do not get this 9-3 curse as well, because that we saw we saw it happen, right? We saw it. I told you. See, it happens. But if SNHU really wants a really good comeback at this, I mean, 9-3, you just sacrifice around here, but obviously it's not the best way to play, but the showstopper coming out, the aggression from Kira could be really scary for SNHU.
Yeah, SNHU once again is playing super divided, looking for picks. Oh, not quite able to find Kira, but Kira does land his mark and gets it on Case. Unfortunate for Case and for SNHU as Blitz actually able to pick up Kira, also able to pick up a second with Noodle. That is definitely what SNHU needed, and Blitz could be well on his way to helping SNHU recover.
Yeah, having the spike still in spawn though, still kind of not, or at least right as of right now, not really sure of where to push. We do see Twitch and Polo kind of being near towards this mid area. If SNHU knew, I feel like the best guess here would be try and go to A, but it could be so close to combat, but unfortunately, his elbow was peeking out right through that little hiding area.
Oh, Blitz caught in a very, very tricky situation. Never reload with your gun in the open. That's what I've always been told. As we see the things come out. We also have a Killjoy ultimate, you know, that lockdown.
No.
And the showstopper, Mental Athlete able to find one, able to find two. Blitz not quite able to find any as Mental Athlete shoots that lockdown down. He's got that 4K. He's looking for the ace onto Polo Spring. And we see Sequo actually get Polo Spring for that 8-4 round. 8-4 half, heading over to SNHU.
Definitely that bit of a comeback there for those last 2 rounds. Just kind of being able to, I feel like at that end there, BC kind of just pushed up a little bit too much there. We saw that their aggression worked a lot, but now that since they've been doing it for almost 8 rounds in a row, SNHU was kind of expecting that, and luckily it worked in their favor here as they could possibly make a comeback. 8-4 is not a terrible spot here. We're going to be seeing a lot of different setups with how a Viper is going to be played and Killjoy is going to be played as well, because Viper smokes can just, I want to say Viper is almost like a sentinel at this point, because you have her wall which can't be picked up, and you have her smoke which can be, but you have to throw in order to be placed there. So I'm kind of having Viper to almost act as a sentinel onto B, and then another sentinel on A could be really beneficial for SNHU.
Yeah, we see some really early aggression coming out from Kira, and already able to find Case to open that round up. That's not going to be very good for SNHU, especially with those paint shells doing devastating damage as well. Kira going to find Suka with a well-placed right click of the classic, and really showing the power and domination that Kira's been having in this game so far. Sequo going to take a really bad trade and come out of that at 13 HP. Twitch with his 3rd on Potato. You know, it's a 2v5 now, and both from SNHU are tagged for so low. They're going to have to play this super carefully if they have any chance, but, you know, just looking away at the wrong moment, Blitz is going to get traded out by Mental Athlete. Sequo able to find 1 pick, but it's not enough as Twitch finishes the round off.
Yeah, unfortunately for SNHU, kind of having a little bit of a bad start there. It is going to set them back a little bit. Unless they're able to pull something with their classics, it's going to be really difficult to kind of recover from this, because it's hypothetically, say if BC did win this round there, they'd be stuck at 10-4, and they would have to win the next round, because that would make it well, 10-5, but even if it happens at 11-4, their economy is going to be broken for that match point, and it's just going to be, you know, 2 losses and then a win, 2 losses and a win. It's just, that's just the pattern it happens in.
Yep, I completely agree with you, Madhav. So I'm really hoping that SNHU is able to turn that around, even just a little bit. They desperately need to if they just want, you know, that little bit of a chance. But we see that first shot coming out with Kira and to Blitz. Sequo right there to get that trade on. He's able to get that Spectre, but it's not enough. His Mental Athlete and Noodle are both able to find 1 each to bring that down to a 2v5. Potato looking, but not looking at the right place as Mental Athlete closes that out with a beautiful 3K. Judge 3K onto both Potato and Case for that 10th round onto Brooklyn College.
Yeah, the judge, Mental Athlete, really reading that play there, dropping down to make noise, and then slow walking back up to ropes there to catch both of SNHU members off a guard. That was a really funny play, because the judge plays are just so good. They're just I love judge plays. They're amazing. But heading on into this round here, we're gonna see that this is gonna be BC's bonus round here. But actually having 2 judges playing in these really close angles could be a lot. It could be really good on defense, but on attacking, I'm a little confused on how you would use a very close range weapon to attack. But I mean,
I think all we have to do is just sit here and find out as we look towards a more B mid push from Brooklyn College. And you know, we've been seeing their playstyle is very aggressive over the last few rounds, so I'm not surprised that Kira's gonna get traded, but Blitz actually gonna get that as Kira whiffs really badly, and that's not very good as Noodle gonna find Blitz for that trade, but Suga right there to get that trade back onto Noodle. This could be exactly what SNHU needed to get back onto track. And we see Sequo, you know, he's gonna be holding this here. His wall's right about to fall down, and Mental Athlete's gonna take that SSQ to run away, possibly to reunite with his team all the way over at A site.
Yeah, stopping that push and at Heaven there is gonna stop that overall execute that they used to do almost every single round. BC now having to rethink where they really want to go and start to head over towards A, and they don't know that I believe Potato is gonna be on this site as Killjoy and holding this to the best of their ability here as they start to push out.
Yeah, you know, Twitch using as many of his utilities as possible with that flashpoint and then that blast as well. You know, not quite able to find anyone out for that concuss, but definitely this aftershock is going to get Potato, and he's going to have to really walk away as slowly as he can. Mental Athlete in a very tricky position with his judge. He's going to give his position away with that cage, and he's trying to get one, not quite able to, but Twitch gonna get Potato. It's all up to Twitch and Suka with that 3K to finish it off.
Definitely here, and finally getting a little bit of coming back from SNHU. They're gonna not wrap things up, but kind of make things 10-5 here. That's the round this is the round that they needed to win there.
Yeah.
And luckily they were able to here. So in terms of economy, I believe very soon we're gonna be seeing that they're gonna be in a really not the best spot, but a pretty good spot. Definitely better than it could be. Being able to have mostly Vandals here and almost full shield is gonna put them in an almost a fair spot as BC here. The only thing BC has enough is their Cypher. Being able to have that ultimate and get a lot of information on where each player is, it's such a strong ultimate, and it could be the turning point for a round depending on how it goes.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a neural theft come out of Mental Athlete yet, so this might be that turning point for them as we see Brooklyn College gear up towards a full B push, but most of SNHU is stacked towards mid and A, just leaving Seikwo on for B. You know, as we see that aftershock come out from that breach to really clear that site out, SNHU is really going to have to come back. We see that Sky Flash come out. Seikwo is bombarded with utility, able to find Kira, getting gotten by that dog, and Twitch is going to trade him out. Suka getting one, getting two, Polo Spring trading Suka out before he can do any more damage. It's all done. Blitz is able to find Polo Spring, and Noodle, you know, in that 1v2 situation, he's going to have to play his cards very close, especially as he has a spike. Oh, Potato and Case almost lined up perfectly, but thankfully they were able to find that trade onto Noodle before he was able to do too much damage, and we bring that to a 6-10 round.
I was also a little worried there as both players from SNHU were really closely lined up together there. I mean, they were both playing the same angle, but at the same time, I feel like the bullet spray could just be almost random there. Luckily, though, they were able to get Noodle before he could fire any more bullets there. Now looking at ultimates here, Suka does have his Seekers ready, and that can be so important, especially after they plant the bomb. You know, being able to figure out where the rest of the attackers are can be super. It's just overall beneficial here. But Kira has not stopped this aggression anytime soon. The frenzy coming out here, and we see those Seekers as well to get better information. In Case getting 2 kills very quickly here.
Those 2 Ks from Casey, you know, just to open that round up are going to be so good for SNHU as they bring it down to a 3v5. And, you know, they're still going to be taking a lot of contact, not yet making trades because they have pushed Brooklyn College into a place where they cannot be as aggressive. Casey with his 3rd kill onto Twitch Tyrell, we might be looking at a Casey ace. And he's going to have to play it super carefully. He knows where Noodle is. He's going to try and trap him out. And he is in a favorable position right now. So all Case has to do is play his cards right.
100%, and unfortunately that smoke is going to come out for BC there in favor of BC. Case just kind of has to hold this angle here as they're a bit kind of stuck in this position, but it looks like they are going to continue to go up with their attack as Blitz gets a little bit of information on where they are.
He's able to find a 4th kill. He's looking for the 5th. He's hungry for it. He can see it, and he knows that Mental Athlete, the only place he can go is down from ramps. You know, we tried to get that Sky Flash off. Casey, what the? And that is the round that SNHU needed to bring them to a 7-10 round, 3-round deficit. They can turn this around.
100%, Kaylee. I mean, getting that ace there can have such a big confidence boost there. And we actually are going to see a timeout from one of BC's members there and really just put a halt on SNHU's push right there. I bet they are a little confused on why all of a sudden, you know, they switched and SNHU's just started, you know, coming back. It's 10-7 now with only a 3-round difference.
You know, that...
Yeah.
Just that. I was trying to remember which round exactly it was that they were able to switch it out, but that first round that SNHU got was exactly the mental boost that they needed, and we see it in the way that they are so much more confident in boosting themselves up. Obviously, with that ace that Casey was just able to get, you know, that was so pivotal and it was so influential, and I think that we're going to be seeing a lot more confident gameplay come out from SNHU.
Definitely here. I'm wondering if Kira is still gonna be able to push out super heavily there. I'm wondering if she's still gonna have that momentum that she always has. Double satcheling in, either having a judge, frenzy, vandal, whatever it is, having that motivation, momentum, and being able to create that space can mean a lot for the play here. And I wonder if that timeout is gonna stop that or keep that from or keep up that play over and over again, because that showstopper can also come out and do a lot of damage as well.
Yeah, I think that Kira has definitely been the catalyst for most of the fights being taken between Brooklyn College and SNHU, but with all of them stacked towards an A push and SNHU being more heavy on the B side, I'm a little bit worried for the defense. It looks like Case has realized that, and we see that Rolling Thunder come out as well from Brooklyn College, not quite able to find Potato hiding in this handy little corner. And Brooklyn College is going to get onto site. We're going to see Noodle get that plant down, and we've got a lot of utility come out to try and flush them out. Case and Seiko going to open that round up. Potato finding a third very quickly. Seiko with his second kill, bring it down to a 1v5 blitz. Clean it up for a beautiful flawless round coming out of SNHU. 10-8. They have only a 2-round deficit, and we see them turning it around.
Definitely here, getting that timeout out definitely gave them the space that they need. They read the play. I mean, I think everybody was, no, not everybody, but almost everybody was stacked onto A side there. No one was playing on site directly, but playing around it and just getting that retake is just, it was just a great play that they had there. And unfortunately for BC, that Rolling Thunder did not catch anybody, but sorry, excuse me. They still, but for ultimates here, we do see the shadow step or the from the shadows. I forget which one it is.
I'm pretty sure it's from the shadows. We've got it from the shadows, we've got the showstopper, and we've also got neural theft up on mental athlete. I will once again insinuate that we have not seen it yet, and I think
we've seen it once though.
Have we?
I think we've seen it once, yeah, because he was, remember when he was stuck in the corner with the ult?
Yes,
yeah.
You might be right after getting that Killjoy lockdown out. And, I believe that Brooklyn College actually looking more for picks as they have left the spike a little bit closer to B side, and we're going to see Kira push up once again at A. And, Kira has had a lot of success with these aggressive pushes onto A. And I'm a bit worried because Kira's only got a classic right now, so they might be looking towards getting a lot of picks with their showstopper. Gonna look straight into Case, and Case is gonna get that first pick onto Kira. That's going to really make him reevaluate as Noodle able to find Case up on top. Potato might actually be geared towards a nice little flick onto Mental Athlete if he pushes off to him. Suka is also going to be looking towards a pick, and we see Brooklyn College really swarming up at Heaven. Twitch Tyrell going to find Potato. It looks like they really want this round to have them back, and they've got that neural theft coming out of Cypher. Going to be really valuable information for the Brooklyn side as they know exactly where SNHU is.
Yeah, Noodle being stuck back near where main is, and most of the remaining members on site could be a little tricky depending on how SNHU wants to retake this. Remember, they do have the showstopper and the Viper's Pit, but it all depends on how they're gonna push out here. We see that showstopper coming out, gonna get 1 and 2, and Suka getting 2 more as well. Now making again a comeback, 10-9 there, closing the gap more and more.
SNHU is really just on their redemption arc right now. All they needed was a little bit of a push, and we see them back on that heater, ready to take this round back for their own. I don't think we're going to be seeing another 13-5 game, unfortunately.
Maybe not. You don't think? Yeah, maybe like 4 rounds ago.
Yeah, maybe, I just remembered it, so I thought it'd be funny to bring it back up again, but now it just looks like I don't know how to count. Anyways, going back into this, SNHU is looking really strong with their economy, and Brooklyn College gonna have to play it a little bit carefully, because if they lose this round, they're gonna be looking towards a full save, and that's gonna bring it up to a 10-10. You don't want to be caught out with a save in the 12th round, so having a save in the 11th round isn't going to be as bad. Seekers coming out almost immediately from the Brooklyn College side, going to try to get early information, not quite able to seek anyone out yet. Showstopper also coming out from Kira, but Blitz going to be right there to catch him out with a beautiful first shot onto him up at Heaven. That's going to be really nice for SNHU as they bring it down to a 4v5. And Mental Athlete, he's still there with his all of his utility, but Noodle going to find Blitz. K-Seiko all able to find 1-2. That's back to a 4v2. Brooklyn College going to have to play it super slowly, super carefully as we see them retreating off into mid.
Yeah, unfortunately for Brooklyn College there, after giving so many rounds of aggression, after trying to push up there, SNHU kind of realized what their plan was, having one in garage and having 2 or 3 kind of push up towards mid there. And they're going to make us very slow rotate in case could be getting a devastating kill or get killed very fast there, but a trade was made, and Suka and Polar Spring gonna have a little bit of a sky 1v1 here, but Potato gonna interfere it. Polar Spring gets him out right away and continues this 1v1. Maybe.
Polo Spring is really good at isolating his fights, and you know, in a 1vx clutch situation, you definitely want to be able to isolate them. He's going to get the spike down onto A. This is SNHU's chance to spike, to really pounce on it if they really are able to get him. They don't want any isolations at all. Polo Spring is going to be playing towards the spawn side. You know, he's planted really well and hiding here in elbow. He could have a really good chance at clutching this out, especially if Sequo does not play together with Suka.
The time is ticking. Things are getting a little bit worrisome here as the tap comes out, the fake blind comes out, gonna be able to get one, but Seiko being around the corner there is gonna see that and get that headshot, making sure he's not gonna get both of them right away, making things 10 to 10. Now having no gap at all.
Yeah, definitely like seeing Suka and Seiko play together, you wanted to have that swing off from SNHU because once you become isolated, that's when you lose your fights. And like I said, you know, we see Brooklyn College heading into their last buy round, and if they lose this buy round, they will be forced into a save.
Did you see the blind that happened?
That
went right through.
Out?
No. Before that, so when Suka was retaking site there, kind of swinging towards elbow, the blind actually passed Polo Spring and it did not recognize him. So that's why they didn't know that he was in that elbow area.
No, that must have been really good for Polo Spring, really able to get him into elbow as we see that Viper spin coming out straight onto mid, just covering Mail and having Seiko just have that Kira in a good position, but not quite able to find it. He's finding one, possibly finding two, but whipping. Unfortunately, BC Noodle is going to be able to punish that, getting one. Polo Spring also finding one, but Suka right on their tails, getting a trade for both of them as we bring it down to a 1v3. Mental Athlete's going to have to find all 3 of them and walk straight into Blitz for that match point to her. Not even match point.
No, it's not match point
for
yet.
the 11th round onto SNHU. That is my bad, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long day.
We're almost seeing like a reverse scoreboard right now. If you look at the little kill feeds there, we're seeing that there is a comeback happening, and you know it's wow. That's I had a thought and then it absolutely disappeared right there. But going into this round, BC not gonna have as strong as weapons, but remember we've seen it so many times before. BC is still gonna be able to have that willpower and mentality as if they had Vandals, because they've been able to hit their headshots and get kills extremely fast there. So it looks like SNHU is not going to take their chances and stay even more back, if anything, and make sure not to swing these risky angles.
Yeah, Brooklyn College really looking for picks as they leave the spike behind, and I don't blame them. They have been extremely dedicated and very, very good when it comes to finding those first picks to open the round up. So Sequo peeking into both of them. We see Mental Athlete find that first kill onto Sequo. Could be exactly what Brooklyn College needed, as we see the Skydog actually tag Blitz to give them even more information onto the site.
Yeah, really scary play here, because BC has always been good with their lower economy weapons as well, and we see that their Omen is actually going to be going into defender spawn here, and could possibly disrupt a Case there. Case being super confused there, gonna be able to get the kill on one, possibly another, but Noodle infiltrating the backgrounds there, gonna be able to get one and throw him off.
Potato caught in a pretty tricky situation, but able to get away safely as this is back to a 3v3. We see the Seekers coming out, but not quite making too much of an impact as of yet. Could be really good information from Suka if Seekers are quite able to find just one. But, with everyone from Brooklyn College trying to look towards that A push, right back to elbow again. Potato, he could be in a very good position to just pick them off. Mental Athlete, however, finding Blitz. We've got that lockdown coming down from Potato. Mental Athlete on a heater, finding a third with Suka. It's all up to Potato. We see that Killjoy that Cypher camera coming out, and he's got to be super careful finding that one shot onto Mental Athlete. It could be all he needed.
This is so scary.
This is so tense right now. Oh, he sees Pool Spring. Is he going to be able to get out?
Just barely on 12 HP here with 2 members of BC on full HP. They're gonna be able to get one headshot. And Potato's gonna clutch that out for SNHU, left on 12 HP. 2 headshots there and gonna get that defuse, making it 12 to 10. The arena is crazy right now.
I really hope they were able to hear us with both of us yelling.
Right? We're like, wow.
To the mics. I guess we'll just have to see how bad it was.
Or it might cut out again.
Oh, what a beautiful comeback from SNHU, bringing them back into that match point. And, you know, it's really good for Brooklyn College to be able to buy this round. They are not going to be one of caught, you know, like in a save round on that 12th match point. So I think it's still up in the air. Both of these teams, obviously SNHU has been on a win streak and it's looking really good for them, but I do not put it past Brooklyn College at all.
Yeah, we've definitely been able to see Brooklyn College come out in those really tight spots where they needed to clutch out here. So this is still a very, very tense match, as it could be the winning game for SNHU here. As they start to push out, there's a lot of motion, a lot of nades, creating a lot of space here, as most of the team is split up on both sides, actually.
Oh, I love split puns.
No pun intended.
We see a lot of first contact happen between both teams, but both teams are, you know, they're playing it so slow. They're backing off. They don't want to lose their chance of redemption because there's only a 2-round discrepancy between both of them. It is still anyone's game. Mental Athlete might just peak, but it looks like Blitz is actually going to take that first bit of confrontation and come out of it a little bit worse for wear, being hit for 60 HP.
BC here really just going slow and not taking that aggressive play as they used to, really taking their time. The line is going to come out. We're going to see a lot of abilities as well. The Seekers all pushing up near towards B here. Blitz and Seiko could be going into some trouble right now.
30 seconds left.
Mental Athlete might be taking that as his chance to get onto site, and he does. Blitz is going to find that first kill, open that round up really nicely. Seiko going to find BC Noodle. That's going to open it up even more for SNHU as they pick it up to a 5v3. It's all up to the 3 remaining oh my god, it's all up to the 3 remaining members as they struggle to get even the spike down with 8 seconds left. Pole spraying, fighting 1, finding 2.
Right through the smoke there, really just shot at them right through Psycho, and was able to get that kill. Suka being in heaven here. It's a 3v3. SNHU does have that omen, and being able, you know, to possibly get some information could be really beneficial right now, but this is a scary spot to be in.
Pole spraying, gonna find 3. Twitch gonna follow that up with Suka after an unfortunate whiff, and it's all up to Case. Case is gonna see them, he's gonna make contact, but he's running out of time. You know, we've got that aftershock coming out, but not quite finding him, and he has to walk into sight. He's gonna take first contact, he's not gonna be able to find anyone, and I do believe he runs out of time right over here, and we see him find Kira, but unfortunately unable to find any more and unable to TP away in time, as we see the 11th round just head over to Brooklyn College.
Right, I mean, in terms of economy right now, as most of the members were able to die, Brooklyn College right now has to buy up to their absolute fullest here. Being able to clutch out this round means that they're gonna go into overtime here, and that win by 2 could just mean that they could go on for forever. SNHU, this is a very important round for them here. We do see again that Shadow Step and a possible showstopper with enough kills from Blitz there, but at the same time, BC having a lot of ult points towards that Rolling Thunder could also be super devastating at the same time. But BC gonna be able to go for a little bit more of a lenient sided split push here, no pun intended, and start to head over towards B.
You know,
is gonna get
with
that
that arm point, like,
sorry. You got it.
I'm sorry. I'm so worried.
I'm into it.
Right
We're both locked in.
Yeah, like I'm so worried just watching this. It's like a real nail biter, edge of the seat watch, and I'm just really excited to watch it play out as we see, you know, yet another split situation coming out from Brooklyn College, as you said before, and I believe that they are still just looking for picks, which is what they are best at.
And definitely, we do see Mental Athlete right now having the camo, trying to get some information on where the defenders are, even being able to look at Heaven and pretty much all of site except for Cubby there. The execute is happening. They're going out right now, the Rolling Thunder, and they're just going to go in as fast as they can.
Oh my god.
That was scary.
That from the shadows coming up from Case, I think scared all of us. You know, with that spike down already on B side, it is all up to SNHU to play that. Post plan to play that retake. Blitz looks away, and he might be in a little bit of an uncomfortable situation as we still have the Omen in Mail. Yup, Seiko is going to get shot through the smoke, but Suka actually going to find one, going to find two. Pole Spring going to follow that up with two onto Case and Seiko Potato, trading Pole Spring out. Suka finding a third, but Mental Athlete, it's not enough as he brings Brooklyn College into that match point, and we're gonna go into overtime.
Yes, we are. Mental Athlete really clutching it up there. Left on 21 HP, just barely getting enough kills there. I think he got 3 kills, right? And it's you're right. This is a nail biter right now. I really am on the edge. I'm like biting my nails, like leaning forward at this monitor, well, just waiting for this game. I'm really. If Seiko has lineups here, I'm just saying, like, that could be a really, really funny way to win a couple of these rounds here. But with SNHU starting on attack, I don't believe they did as well on attack as they did defending here. So who knows? This could go either way. It's really all down to the timer, down to the wire. I'm excited to see how this will go.
You know, with this being dragged on for as long as it has been, I know both teams are equally as exhausted, so I'm hoping to see them both just execute really beautiful plays and get their best foot down as we look towards a bit of a split push with Seiko getting a beautiful first pick onto Kira trying to get forward, and he gets taken out by Twitch, and that means the spike is also down.
Yeah, SNHU now has to rotate all the way over to where Spike is now, assuming that BC is already there, taking control of it. It's just going to take down more time that they don't really, I mean, it could be beneficial and it could be not, but just having to reposition on where they already were is already kind of a bad start to this round here. And you know, BC really just taking their time as well, having 2 on B and 2 on A, just waiting for SNHU to push out.
Twitch is in a very interesting position all the way up to the top of Ramsden. If this Boombot doesn't find him there, and if no one checks their corners, he could be well positioned. Noodle is going to find that first kill onto Blitz as well. That's bringing it down to a 4v3. And honestly, SNHU is going to have to play their cards really carefully as Tyrell able to find one. Mental Athlete also finding one on Case and Potato. You know, Suga, he's able to find one, but in the end, it's just not enough as BC Noodle is right there to clean up the tracks. And we see that 13th round and second match point head over to Brooklyn College.
Right, and we have seen before that just the attacking has not worked well for SNHU here, and you know, they've been a little bit better on defending, so I'm excited to see just really how well it's gonna work out. They've been doing. I've been looking at the scoreboard and I'm like, they are better on defending, right? Yeah, they are. But this game here could be a winning point for BC if they are able to get this attack speed right and the momentum that they've been having. It could be a little bit scary. It could really not be, but it's so scary and it's weird to see what they're gonna do here.
You know, with them now on the attacking side, we're very used to Kira's very, very aggressive pushes, and we're seeing that almost immediately with the paint shells and then the Boombot, and obviously all the utility, and he comes in to get that first kill. Case is going to trade him out, but Mental Athlete right there to trade Case back out. Seiko is going to have to rotate all the way over, and it's down to a 4v3 situation. We are going to see Noodle also get that plant down. SNHU, they're in a little bit of a tricky situation right now. You know, they're obviously very isolated from the site, so they're going to want to pick and choose their battles very wisely, because once they're isolated and picked off one by one, that is when they lose the round.
Definitely, the timer is ticking here. They have to make a move here really fast. BC is going to be really just bundled up with each other, just kind of being able to trade each other off, whatever they can do to win this round here. And SNHU has to make a play extremely fast. They do have the satchels, but the blind is going to come out and they're going to execute off. And it's so scary.
Oh, Polespring's going to find Seiko. Suko's going to find Tyrell, but Polespring and BC Noodle finish for that second game and final match, heading over to Brooklyn College. Congratulations, Brooklyn College. What an incredible series
of
games
nail biter
coming out from both teams tonight.
It was so scary. That whole entire round was extremely scary there. Having BC have the first start off and then SNHU coming back and then having that overtime play, it was so scary for both teams there.
Yep.
But overall, I thought it was a really great match. I was very much entertained.
I think that both teams teams put on such an incredible showing, and that just makes me so excited to see what these two teams are able to show us in the future. What a fun game to watch. Just genuinely,
100%.
like, I honestly am a sucker for overtimes because
Right.
you're seeing both of these teams put their best foot forward and just go head to head. And I just absolutely loved it.
Yeah, and that is gonna be the end of our stream. We do have, I believe, Smash tomorrow.
Yep.
And the Minecraft server is open for all SNHU students on campus, I believe, or at
It's
least
a little bit
on
iffy.
the network. I forget exactly, but just join our Discord. We'll have all the announcement for when we're gonna go live, any events coming up. We also have our Twitter. We have an Instagram.
We have a Twitter. We have an Instagram.
Yeah,
we
you
have
got
a
it.
Discord. We have a Twitch. So you know how
Just
to find
follow
us.
all of them.
You know how to reach us. We are so excited to see you right back here tomorrow for Smash. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Have a wonderful night, and we will see you here tomorrow.
Holding this angle as well with Suka, I believe, holding market, and as soon as one of them swings out, Suka's gonna swing from that alley there and gonna be able to hopefully get a pick. The blind is gonna come out, and Potato gonna be able to finish off.
So tense right now. Oh, he sees Pool Spring. Is he going to be able to get out?
Just barely on 12 HP here with two members of BC on full HP. They're
Oh
gonna be able to
my
get one
God.
headshot.
Mid push, going straight into Talon. It's so aggressive coming out of the Potato Case. Gonna find their first kills. Pool Spring gonna trade that out immediately with Potato Blitz. Following that up, finding Kira. Suka is also gonna find one. It's on to Pool Spring, entering Mail, and having Seiko just have that Kira in a good position, but not quite able to find it. He's finding one, possibly finding two, but whipping. Unfortunately, BC Noodle is going to be able to punish that, getting one. Pool Case, and that's already gonna decimate what SNHU had planned. Blitz, however, finding one more. Kira right there for the trade with his second kill. Potato gonna find Twitch, Tyrell, and that Pain Shell coming out. Seiko gonna find one, gonna find two, getting taken out by Noodle, but Suka
Right there and not have him stick there, and they have to push up no matter what here. Noodle gonna be able to get that kill though. Case trading him out, and he has to push up no matter what before they can get that defuse.
He's able to find a fourth kill. He's looking for the fifth. He's hungry for it. He can see it, and he knows that Mental Athlete, the only place he can go is down from Rams. We try to get that Sky Flash off.
And the Viper's Pit, but it all depends on how they're gonna push out here. We see that Soul Stopper coming out, gonna get 1 and 2, and Suka getting 2 more as well. Now making a push out so fast here. Maybe they might need to rotate, but Mental Athlete gonna be, I want to say stunned, but I don't think he was stunned at all. But that blind is gonna be coming out there, and that's just a bit aggressive here, especially on the defensive side or defensive side, kind of pushing up more than they need to. But we see that blind coming out, and Psycho gonna be able to get 2 picks here, as most of them tried to get him, but it does not stop him with a
That op, it's such a hefty investment. You don't want to lose it after one round, especially if you know you're not going to win that round. So if he just holds his corners, he'll be able to pick up another kill as we see him get that beautiful... Seiko is going to try to get a little bit of a fake onto that defuse, have Noodle spam it and rush out. And we see Seiko with a beautiful 4K to get SNHU the favorable location. If no one checks their corners, Potato might be able to find one, and he does. Beautiful kill to open that round up. Kira's going to find Seiko, but Case falls that straight up, finding Mental Athlete. Suka also going to get one with his own in Case. When he steps out into the open to reload, and Mental Athlete punishes him for that, taking that first pick onto him. Kira's also going to find Case, but Seiko right there to get that trade onto Kira. Polo Spring and Suka getting one, getting 2 on Suka. That's Mental Athlete able to find 1, able to find 2. Blitz not quite able to find any as Mental Athlete shoots that lockdown down. He's got that 4K. He's looking for the ace on the Polo Spring. And we see Seiko actually get Polo. They have 20 seconds to plant the spike, and we see Polo Spring trying to get some utility out. It's a 2v2. Blitz finding a beautiful shot onto Polo Spring for that 3rd kill. And the 4th kill.